Fair enough. Right. Will I be able to see the YouTube chat award? Let's have a look. Or is it going to play up again? Activate. My wife left. Activate source. There we go. Yo, 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 what up? What is happening, chat? What is happening? What is happening right now? Was this such a bad time to stream? Dude, I stream anytime someone complains. This is 7 in the morning. This is like, what, late in America? Good afternoon. Thank you. I'm missing something here. Oh, there we go. The TTS. Yeah, got it. Very nice. Very good, very nice. It's 9:40 in the UK. That's like a good time to stream. Like, what are you doing at 9? What are you doing? You playing 6 Siege or something? That's such a good time to stream. I mean, I was gonna commit to the usual time when I was doing Prototype, which was like, what was that? Midnight until 6 in the morning. I couldn't do it, man. I couldn't do it. Like, I was seeing no sunlight. I think I did 3 streams back to back, and then I was like, okay, I feel fucking depressed now. Like, this is an actual depression speedrun. So, yeah, forget that. I think what I'm going to do going ahead is try and stream at this time. Because the thing is, I usually wake up too late. I wake up at like 10. It's like 7 right now. So usually most people are like, they're tucked into bed, right? You know. But then I kind of realized, well, I didn't sleep last night because I was trying very hard to sleep. I couldn't. I was grabbing my phone every 5 seconds, scrolling on TikTok and IG Reels, which I shouldn't be doing. And then I don't know why on my intercom, this random woman just like rings my alarm, and I was like, who the hell is trying to see me at 5 in the morning? And it was just this random woman. And she says, hello? And I was like, yeah, hi, what's up? I have no idea who you are. And she was like, oh, wrong number, just hangs up. How often that happens? That's the first time that's ever happened to me. I should have let her in. Did my parents arrive? Yeah, they were here. They were here last night, which was really nice. They got to see the apartment. I do need to show them off on stream at some point. I mean, they're like, you know, like the classic boomer that gets up like, you know, 5 in the morning, like no questions asked. They're exactly like that. So if I started to stream at this time and not the degen time at 1 in the morning, it might actually work. Can you see the statue? I don't have the statue. I said that already. They couldn't bring it.
Can you please react to at least a chapter of Sonic CD, the unsung masterpiece? Poor Easy.
Thank you, Raccoon, for the 10. What is that? Oh, thank you, Active, for the 12 months. Zane for the 34 months. Dame. Oh, damn, we had a lot of people come in just now. Sorry. Thank you, Easy Mega, for the 10 months. Nuke for the $2. Chicken sandwich. Thank you, Doge, for the 6. Do you have YouTube? No. Thank you, Tesco, for the... Oh, wait. Oh, no. I'm going back 5 days ago now. Never mind. That was the last donor. Okay. I'm just pouring myself a coffee. One second. Do you guys like my shirt, by the way? Look how wide this thing is. I'm so happy I grabbed this shirt. Just death grips, but barnacles. Hassan? Okay. We're doing the Hassan bit. I wanted to open up with that. I'm not doing a video on that. I'm not talking about that. Like, Charlie beat me to it. Dolan did a video on it, and that juiced. So I told him to kill himself in a video game. I'm not covering that now. But what we could do is actually go over Go over Dolan's video. Because he did actually talk about Hassan. I swear, like, the one thing I will say to preface is, like, if you have any opinion...
Pyro, your streams made me a furry and a furry artist.
Unlucky.
As repayment, I request you watch the video I made called Willy Tato is the most pointless channel ever. It's really interesting.
What is Willy Tato? What does he cover? Just Hassan? Is that how big his dog is? That thing is... What? Nah, that has to be edited. There is no way the dog is that huge. Isn't Hassan like a giant as well? Like, they literally make memes that he's got a small head or something. But yeah, Dolan told me when he covered this Hassan stuff, obviously, you know, when he makes videos, he doesn't care. It's just like, you know, in, out, nothing heavy. And he basically, he even said that he had people in the comment section calling him a right-wing grifter. Just because he talked about it. Like, I saw Charlie talk about it as well, critical, and you could tell he was trying to be so careful, because I swear, like, if you say anything that angers, you know, that kind of political sphere, you know, Asmongold, Hassan, like, it's over. I mean, I still remember, like, when someone made a post about me on Reddit saying that, like, I was... What did they say? I was, like, alt-right or something like that. It's just bizarre cope. Anyway, I want to see this. Thank you, Asher, for the 33 months. Where are you? I'm in Australia. And there was a clip going around of iShowSpeed saying that he's not going to Australia because there's no one famous there. Which is true. The Australian scene, we kind of all fell off. Anyway, oh wait, that's not the right one. The sound situation is sad. You got $250,000 a day from that. You know how much money this guy makes? He's also got very rich parents and he won the lottery as a child, but he doesn't like to talk about it.
Welcome back to Slop
Thank you, Beta Bunk, for joining.
Live. Today's Slopic, Hassan has come under fire for supposed animal abuse. In this clip making the rounds on Twitter, he gets annoyed that his dog isn't behaving, reaches for something off camera, and at the same second, his dog yelps as if she was shocked.
How much for you to put on a shock collar on stream?
How much for me to put on a shock collar? That is one of the questions of all time. I'm not saying it, because what you'll do is you'll activate one of those, like, degenerate oil barons that just gives the amount of money. I'm not saying $100. There's no way. I will do if I get a $1,000 dono, I will set up a stream with a shock collar. I don't know how or what we'll do, but I will plan something. Also, we've got a stream planned, the stream after this. It's not Prototype 2, we are getting to that. But I wanted to try like a little bit of a stream event. Thank you, General, for the 10. I enjoyed the Prototype stream. My dumbass fell asleep through half of it. Yeah, I mean, I was streaming at DGen hours. I was trying to hit all the Americans and the Euro pause, but, you know. Anyways.
Hey, America, Kaya, please just fucking go, just stop.
With tweets getting millions.
Yeah, I've seen so many people speculate over this, like whether it was actually a shock collar or not. Obviously, it was off stream, and obviously afterwards as well, Hassan does actually show what it is.
Kaya, please just fucking go, just stop.
With tweets getting millions of views claiming he was using a shock collar on her.
I saw when Charlie talked about it as well, like, he said that he saw people say it was like, you know that little weird thing that a dog has on the back of their paw? Someone knows the name of it. It's like a weird toe that just should not be there. It makes no sense. He said it was like an evolutionary thing that just stayed. Fix the Twitch stream? Oh, do not tell me it's still bugging out. Is it doing that thing again? Hang on. Is it doing that thing again where, like, it starts and stops? Yeah, it is. Okay, yeah, we need to... God damn it. It's done this before. I can't fix it right now. So we'll have to... hang on. Let me cry to someone smarter than me about this. I nearly ended the YouTube stream. Whoops. Yeah, I used a dual stream software that Charlie sent to me. Critical. And it worked for a while, but I guess there's been like an OBS update and it's just like tweaking out or something. Really strange. I don't know what's happening there. Anyways. Sorry, guys. To the 7 people that watch me on Twitch, I'm really sorry. I'll try and fix that for the next stream.
This gained a lot of traction, and Hassan actually responded on his stream, making fun of the idea he shocked her and saying she probably just caught her paw on something.
They said you shocked her with a button. Yeah. In my evil villain lair. I assume she like either stepped funny or clipped her foot on something. I don't know.
Well, a few Redditors managed to dig up this video, which shows his dog's collar clearly blinking with a green light, and paired it with a YouTube tutorial video of a shot.
I mean, you can see though when the dog yelps, even he looks back like, oh shit, that's not good.
Reason as to why America, Kaya, please just fucking go. Just stop.
With tweets getting millions of
Yeah, you could even tell like with him, it was like, okay, this is not good.
Evil
Thank you, Azzy, for joining.
villain lair. I assume she like either stepped funny or clipped her foot on something. I don't know.
Well, a few Redditors managed to dig up this video, which shows his dog's collar clearly blinking with a green light, and paired it with a
okay.
YouTube tutorial video of a shock collar, showing this collar also blinked with a green light. There was also this video I saw, though I think this might be AI, but
It might be AI. I can't confirm or deny.
yeah, can't say for 100% certainty that he actually shocked his dog, though the original clip does have very suspect timing. I think the only
What is his Fall Guy skin? It's like a little Fall Guy carrying the duck. What is that skin? He's got like a parasite on him or something.
timing. I think the only 100% confirmed case of animal abuse here is the fact his dog has to watch a Hassan stream. Thanks.
So guys, we did it. Pyro finally streams at normal hours again. You should totally get a shock collar for yourself, but one that only activates when I donate.
Okay, wait.
That's a great idea.
No.
Great
Okay,
chat.
Marina, thank you for the 10. Ban that guy, Benny from Quiet Mountain. That bit died years ago. Do not fucking remind me about that bit. Don't bring up old rent like that. Ban that guy. Ban him or at least time him out for like an hour or something. Thank you, please, a dork, for the 29 months. That is like that is crazy that you are bringing that up now. What's the bit? The bit is there's a guy, the fat guy in Silent Hill 2. His name's Eddie. I called him Benny. And then the entire subreddit imploded, just calling me like a grifter, a fake fan. And then it was like, instead of Eddie from Silent Hill, it became Benny from Quiet Mountain. It was... It actually comes up on autocomplete. Are you joking? Why are people talking about Quiet Mountain? This subreddit does not like me. They think I'm a complete fake fan. I have the opinion that if you watch a Let's Play, you've basically played the game yourself. Anyways.
Welcome back to Slop Live. Today's Slopic is an update on the Hassan discourse from yesterday. If you didn't see, Hassan was accused of using a shock collar to shock his dog, while Hassan has responded by showing off the collar, claiming it was only capable of vibration and also had an AirTag and GPS capabilities.
This is the one that they saw. It has the capacity to vibrate. And that's it.
People on Twitter were quick to claim it looked like he'd simply taped over the prongs with electric tape.
I do feel, and I think Dolan's going to have the same opinion here, the only conclusion to this drama will just be every drama, where it's like Hassan fans will defend, and then the renters will just say everything he's saying is BS. But what's that mean, like vibrate? Not shock.
And that he was lying.
Shock collars are regulated. I saw like a meme that they're legal in America, but they're illegal in the UK, like for pets.
Also showing that the vibration-only collar looked different to the one Hassan showed. People defending Hassan, claiming that the exact model Hassan showed was the PG300 pager only collar from Educator Collars.
Debunked. Claim vibration collars can easily be converted into shock collars. Truth. The exact model. I do like the way that that tweet is worded, because people on Twitter are just like, so many users are so brain dead where it's like, okay, I need to make sure I'm grabbing your attention. Because if you scroll down like 3 more tweets, you'll just see one of those like AI Sora videos of like Hitler drinking orange juice or something. I've seen that so many times.
Which has no prongs or shock functionality. Also pointing out that the electric version has 2 unremovable metal bolts that would stick out. Now, I didn't want to take Twitter's word on it from either side, especially because people against Hassan were morons like Tectone. So I did manage to track down another angle of the vibration collar on their website, and as you can see, there is a charging port on the bottom near the strap, with the rest of
It just looks like a Fitbit.
the collar being flat. But if you look at the collar in Hassan's video, you can see what appears to be a charging port jutting out in the middle of the collar, and not flat like in the images of the vibration only version. And it does look like there's black tape on the version Hassan holds up. So if
I just don't even know how we're having drama right now, like debating if it's a shock collar or a real collar.
I think there's probably only 3 options here. One of them being
Thank you, Ashley, for the 14 months.
maybe
Great use of money. No, it's not.
Hassan's collar is a completely different brand or make that just looks similar to the other versions and is vibration only.
I mean, personally, I don't think he would be stupid enough to have a dog on the stream all the time as like part of his backdrop, like a family pet, and then he uses a shock collar on stream. Like that, because whatever he reached for, it was so quick as well. I just don't think anyone would be that stupid. Like, if you've seen as well, like when you have like streamers and YouTubers and they have like a pet, like the biggest fear a lot of them have is like, okay, I don't want to look like I'm mistreating this animal on stream. I really do not want to do that, because people will just run with it and they'll just say cancelled.
Only. 2, the collar was originally the electric version but was converted to the vibration version, though good luck convincing people.
I mean, what are the examples I've had of like a pet on stream? I had my dog Buddy that passed away, and all he was doing on the stream was just like running laps around the house for some reason, because he just had like complete dementia.
People that you didn't do that overnight. And then of course 3, that Hassan is lying. But I honestly
And then I had that golden Labrador as well, Trog,
think there's no winning here.
from like a previous relationship.
Yeah. I think what's going to happen is that anyone who dislikes
Thank you, Basu, for the 19 months. I'm on my last few months of uni. I'm giving you commission money. I get Latin honors as thanks.
Hassan
I don't think that's how it works, but thank you.
or has already made their mind up is going to continue to believe that it is a shock collar that he's covered up since his stream yesterday, and fans of Hassan
Yeah, Trog.
will take his word for
W step. Oh yeah, because I called my dog. Yeah. Is Dolan online right now? I don't think he will be. He probably wakes up in a couple hours. There was a picture of my dog, and he got edited to be every step on this set of stairs, because every time he'd lie down, he would just look like an actual step.
it that it's vibration only. All I really know is I don't think I want to cover anything about Hassan ever again.
Thank you, Pixel, for the 5. I'm at work. Nice to catch you live. Have a good day. Thank you, man. Appreciate
I
it.
had multiple comments accusing me that I was a right-wing grifter, I guess because I mentioned something negative about Hassan. But then I also had other people
He has been so neutral in this video. He has been like Sweden in World War II in this video.
telling me
But I swear, you just cover anything like that, you'll just be called like one thing or the other.
I was downplaying what Hassan did, and I was glazing him simply because I claimed there wasn't
You broke up with your girlfriend? Yeah, a while ago. It was amicable though, but yeah.
100% proof he'd shocked his dog. Yeah, so back to the regularly scheduled slop after this one. Thanks.
What is that skin, dude? I think the last skin I had in Fall Guys was the Master Chief one that was like super based. All right. Thank you, Momar, for the $1. Buy a commission of the new pumpkin cat skin from Fortnite. No. Uh-oh. What we got lined up here? Another video saying sponsor Libad. This is so bad for me to watch this, by the way. Like, this is a company that's never going to sponsor me again.
Factor is a pre-made meal plan kit that delivers dietitian-approved, chef-prepared meals straight to your front door and ready to eat within 2 minutes. If you're like me,
See, I'm looking into like a meal plan thing as well, because I'm lazy. So, or I could just learn to cook. Actually, wait a minute.
you've seen this company's ads shoved down your throat relentlessly on Instagram, on podcasts, by your favorite YouTubers, and even in the mail. I'm serious, the budget that this company has...
I do like this kind of secular thing we're having right now, where... Oh, hang on.
Hey, I need some advice. I've not been doing good. I've been struggling with addiction and I recently got hooked on puppy chocolate, or as the normies call it, dog feces. There's nothing more satisfying than a slimy crunch into a dog log.
A mod let that through, by the way. A mod manually approved that, and they were like, okay, this is normal. I'm going to let this through now.
...be spending to add...
What's the point I was trying to make? Fucking... That was so degenerate, I've lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, I like this secular thing we're doing now with so many creators, and I'm guilty of this as well, where like sponsors will reach out and round up all these creators, like, you know, Drew Gooden, bunch of other people, and then they'll all get sponsored. And then after that, a couple of years later, something bad comes out about them, or they're not a good product, and then everyone makes videos on it. And these videos always do so well, because it's like, you're sick of seeing these sponsors. No one, like, I do, I mean, I haven't taken a sponsor for a while, to be fair, but like, you know, I'll do sponsors, but even I know how annoying it is. How it's just like, this is the same sponsor I've saw for the past 9 videos in a row. Great. Thank you, Kato, for the 2. Thank you for introducing me to Death Grips.
...advertised to me directly has to be insane.
Do not let the Death Grip fan base know that that is the fact. They will put a hit out on me.
So I've always been very curious to give this product a shot, and today I ordered a bunch of Factor meals as well as a bunch of different add-ons, and I'm going to be surviving on...
Dude, my brain is fried. My brain is actually fried. What's wrong with me? I'm pushing 30. I see him drinking that, and I immediately thought of that Soylent sponsor that Ant Venom did. Do I pull it up again? Okay, 1 in the chat if I pull it up again, 2 if no. I feel like I've millhoused it. I bought that bit up too many times. Did the new Death Grips album release yet? Okay, do I pull it up? Okay. Now, I have no problem with Ant Venom whatsoever. I just think this ad is absolutely hilarious. Oh, there it is. It's beautiful.
Hey, what you got there? Oh, I'm playing some Minecraft, so I wanted to grab a Soylent.
It's like... It's aged so well, man. Like, Minecraft and soy, like...
Why Soylent, though? Well, my body craves some good nutrients, and I'm strapped for time, so let's go.
Poor guy, though, man. Like, I think he did this ad well before the whole kind of soy thing blew up.
I spend so much time in Minecraft that I don't leave my office for days. Tried to photosynthesize my energy, but I failed.
Like, he put effort into this. There's a whole skit and everything. Like, this is a good ad read. It's just for the most unfortunate product name I've heard in my life.
I'm not a plant. Soylent
I don't leave my office for days.
is...
I mean, that's any streamer and
Will you make a
YouTuber.
slop video about a Minecraft YouTuber called Kirchmack who reached the Farlands and it took him 14 years to find it. It is apparently the longest Let's Running Minecraft Let's Play series.
Oh, I heard about that. Actually, I might make a note of that. 1 second. Kurt J. Mack. Thank you, Rustlers. Yeah, it'd actually be nice to cover something that isn't just depressing drama. Because, I mean, the only other big story at the minute is that that streamer who was basically killed. That was insane to go over. Hang on a sec. There we go. Right.
People for plants. I mean, plants for people. Silly me. Is this a dietary drink? Yeah, it's more like a health potion that tastes like cereal milk. Soylent is a vegan 400-calorie...
It's what makes it more funny is he tried so hard to actually sell this product. Like, he's really trying here. I can't even hate. I respect that.
meal replacement drink
He basically took on the final boss of sponsors that people actually take seriously.
with 20 grams
Thank you, Snore, for the 18 months. What's interesting is how the original soy boy was far right. Nazis promoted soybeans, Aryan beans. What?
of protein. I find original Soylent delightfully neutral, but when I crave flavors, they've got me covered there too. When you need a fast recharge, Soylent is filling, fast and easy to drink. I've been drinking Soylent long...
It's got... Okay. Am I doing the health cope here? 400 calories for 20 grams is pretty mid. Honestly, one thing that Australia has... I need to get this right now. Okay. This thing here. What's it called? Siren Tuna. Serena, anyways. Let me read this. Let me read this. So, it serves 2 per pack. I gotta do the math again. How many grams is it? Where are the grams? Put on the grams. Oh, so it's double. Okay. This thing has... Oh, no, it does that... I hate Australia. Why do you use kilojoules? It's just nonsense word. Okay, now I gotta do the... What is 300? It's got a lot of protein. I give up. I actually give up. It's just got a lot of protein. I think it's got like... It's got double the protein of a Soylent and half the calories. I'm not doing the math.
How do you feel about the scat allegations that are currently spreading about you?
What bit is that?
For the sponsorship, so if I've got you interested, check out the links in the description down below.
What's a kilojoule? It's like calories, but it's like worse. It just doesn't make any sense. It's like how you do like Celsius to like Kelvin. I did a whole side quest with that video.
Bunch of different add-ons, and I'm going to be surviving on nothing but Factor for the next week to give an authentic, unsponsored review of whether
It's calories per gram.
or not it lives up to the advertisements. But I'm also going to be going over the far from affordable pricing, especially considering
Just use calories. Just use calories.
Got my
During the
masters, have 10 years of work experience plus high-level internship. Have applied for 100 plus jobs and the only one that's offered me an interview is a literal meatball factory. I wish I was lying.
Thank you for the 10. Sweden is cooked. Okay, if you're actually Swedish, that's all I've heard in Sweden. That you just cannot get a job there. Like, even getting a job at, like, Burger King or Max. Like, the fast... Like, it's basically McDonald's, but better. But people just can't get jobs there.
honestly abysmal portion sizes, the tedious disposal process that most people aren't going to be going through with, and last but certainly not least, the history of suppressing labor concerns, union busting, and even alleged child labor violations. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I got my factory here. This is quite a, like, hefty box too. Shit, wait, okay, hold on.
I mean, this is different from HelloFresh and stuff, right? Because you're basically... You just get the meal made.
There's more.
Just gotta stick it in the microwave.
God. Oh, Jesus Christ. There's more? What the fuck? Oh my God, dude.
Wait, no, this isn't the same guy that we... No. This is not the same guy that we watched before and you did that meme saying that he looks like a certain individual that I'm not repeating.
I might have got myself in a little
How do you guys remember that, man?
bit too deep here. This is a pretty good amount of food. Well, let's open this shit. This is exciting. Let's open this bad boy up.
It's the fume guy. Yep. And you guys were just comparing him to the shooter in appearance the entire time?
Oh, we got a bunch of coupons. Okay, free chicken breast for life. If you guys want this, fucking, I don't know, take it. We also got wine. Okay, I don't need any. I just want to get to the food. This is my overnight oats. Here's my protein waffles. Ooh, I got my chocolate chip cookie dough. This is gonna be dangerous right here. Another ice pack. Got some egg bites, which I don't know about these.
Egg bites. Chicken, chorizo, and cheese. 20 grams of protein. That actually sounds kind of goated, though.
I don't know about these. Well, we got some wellness shots. These are probably gonna suck ass. All right, that's it.
What happened to the Prototype 2 stream? I'm going to do a bit more React Andy. And then we got a planned stream for the next one. And then the one after that is probably Prototype.
For box number 1.
Just eat an egg.
This one's bigger.
Oh yeah, to any Americans in chat, I bet you guys can't eat an egg
How to
raw.
waste Pyro's time. Hack 1. Make a TTS2. Repeat step 1.
Thank you, Pickled Pepsi, for the 10. Yeah, I bet you guys in America can't eat an egg because you'll get salmonella. You can actually do that in the UK. I used to add eggs into like protein shakes. Then I got really ill one time, so I stopped. It was definitely an American egg.
Gosh, okay.
Thank you, Warbler, for the 5. I'm not reading that.
Oh my gosh. All right, got another ice pack. Oh, this one's soaked. All right, we got more fucking coupons. More wine ads. I'm not 21, Factor. This is illegal, I think. All right, here we go. This is the real stuff. We got green chili.
I like how you pay for something that's shilled to YouTubers, and then they just pump you full of ads before you even get to the product.
Chicken. Oh my God, look at this. I got 1 and 2.
They have their own Soylent. It's over.
This is quite a lot. Dang, I didn't notice they all had like 75 milligrams of caffeine. Ooh, I'm gonna be hopped up this week. Let's good with those. Number
75 is like, that's like nothing.
3.
Have
Another
you
one of
seen
these.
the channel
Oh, we got-
or make a slop video of undead captures who had created one of the most complex horror animations and had gotten awards for it? They make horror videos that are similar to ones you've watched before, like Server Blight.
Someone's mentioned that to me before, undead captures.
Can't believe you didn't pause for the free chicken breast for life code you Omega Twinketsoid.
Thank you, Modelo, for the 10. You guys seen this, by the way? I have no idea what it is, but my parents gave it to me when they landed like 2 days ago. It's like you play it with your thumb. How do you say vape? You look at that, you think vape? Mind broken. That makes no sense.
More coupons. Hey, I mean, at least they're giving you discounts on stuff because it's pretty.
It's a it's a, what's it called? A Calmin bar? Calmin bar.
Fucking expensive. We got this. Looks good. This. Doesn't say what it is.
That looks like shit. Dude, that thing at the top looks like the fucking manure that like dung beetles roll. Look at that, man.
Oh, it's pancakes. Salmon.
That's not pancake.
Looks like.
Okay, that one would actually be pretty good. Like broccoli, best vegetable. Salmon, can't go wrong there.
Kind of looks a little rough, actually. Not gonna lie. Doesn't look
Interstellar food.
looks appetizing. We went through all the boxes. Let's put all of this on the table and see what all looks
Wait, you didn't give me money. I can't laugh at that.
like. Okay, this is quite a lot of food. All right, now it's time for the
Pyro,
hard
I've
part
been
where I have
watching
to
your
put
old
all of this in
videos
my.
and you promised to us you're going to make a review of Shrek 2. Where is it? AAA.
Thank you, Adat, for the 10. That's a lie. I did say, and I remember this in the original Shrek video, that if it gets 200k likes, I'll do a Shrek 2 review. It never reached 200k likes. So unless you've got like a botnet or something that can like bump that up, unlucky. Thank you, Nick Saw, for the $20. Damn, appreciate it, man. Looks better than the food. Okay, ban that guy as well.
Fridge. When you see my fridge, you will understand why that's hilarious.
What food? I don't cook, idiot. I order things. I order the same poke bowl every day.
This is my fridge right here. And it's already pretty fucking
You stale bread for the Christmas okay, we're not doing this
full.
bit.
There's like barely anything in it.
Christmas dinner had a lot of protein. Yes, it looked like a Minecraft log. I get it.
I can put stuff up here. That's 6. I got like fucking 18. How am I gonna do this? Okay.
That's the only thing I'm jealous about in America. They got all those like alternate Dr. Pepper flavors. Like, I really want to try that flavor, but they don't do it zero sugar.
Okay. Oh, I can definitely do 4 right here. I don't think I can fit anything there though. It's gonna be the most.
I did have Dr. Pepper Zero Cherry that I bought from like, there's an import store. I mean, like in every country, right, there's import stores that sell things from like other countries. And I think there's like an American import store nearby. It tasted like battery acid. It was awful.
10 scheme of
And then people will go on and say that Pepsi Max is bad.
Tetris. All right, I've done it. I've been able to fit actually every single thing
Musical vape.
that I ordered inside this tiny fridge. Don't ask me how, but I managed to do it. It's pretty packed, but I did it. I think I'd call this a win. Time to get to eating. You know? Okay, I just got home from school and it's time for lunch. I'm fucking starving. I'm gonna make my first official actual meal. We're gonna do this one first. It doesn't look
What is that? Surely use the salmon. That was like the only one that looked good.
very good like this, but it is the honey butter chicken breast.
One thing that I always notice about these like meal prep companies as well, not like HelloFresh, but the ones that like it's already made, you just need to heat it up. They always skimp out on like any of the meats because it's the most expensive part.
Hi.
Thank you, Kara, for the 2. Cook on stream. Could you? I would set fire to my home. I'm not doing that.
All right, we did it. I'm not gonna lie, it looks like shit. However, I'm gonna transfer it to a plate. Maybe that'll make it look a little bit prettier. Because right now, wow, this is the meal.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Like the potato looks like apple pie. It's glistening that much.
I don't.
What's that? What's that green? Is that, what's that, courgette or something? It just looks like rotten potato.
I don't know. It looks fine. It's not the most appetizing thing, especially with all these like bubbles over here. I don't know.
Can we stop saying Christmas dinner? Can we stop saying that? Look, it's not even okay. It was pretty bad. It was actually pretty bad. Wow. Who did this? You've been visited by the Christmas dinner of despair. Good luck and prosperity will come to you, but only if you repost this. The Christmas dinner of despair, by the way. No one hated on this one, by the way. No one hated on this one. This one got a pass for some reason. This one somehow got a pass. I like how I deleted that tweet because it flopped and it just got saved immediately by like everyone.
I don't know what that's about, but let's eat. Bon appetit. Let's try the chicken. Okay.
Dark oak. I mean, the second picture is literally a log of wood. And I was like, okay, surely I can make it worse. And everyone was like, no, no, no. Like the actual food you posted the year before, that was worse.
Okay. Let me dip it in
Like I just got like some firewood and put potato around it to make it look vaguely like meat.
here. It's not bad, actually. I'll be honest, visually, not the most appealing thing in the world, but in terms of taste, I'm happy with it.
Oh, thank you, General, for the $20. Damn. I tried a Coke from Germany that tasted like gummy colas. I think just in America, they use different sweeteners and stuff, so it just always tastes... Like, I had this, what is it, A&W root beer or something? I bought that from an import store. That was 0 sugar. It just tasted terrible. It just tasted like, I guess, what lean tastes like.
Okay, I was just
Thank you, Crunchy, for the 2.
looking at the
Second one looks like a block of shit.
Factor website, and
I mean, that was the point.
know that meal I had earlier? It looked a little bit rough, right? I mean, it tasted pretty good. Look at what the fucking picture looks like. What the fuck are we doing?
Oh my god. Wow. It's like, it's actually been char grilled as well. That's not even like they edit it. Look. I like how it's char grilled, got the nice drizzle, the sauce, and then he just actually gets like just Minecraft silt, just nothing.
Look at what the fuck.
Like his thing looks like the fucking, what's the silt block you pick up in Minecraft for flint and steel?
Look at what the fucking picture looks like. What the.
There is no way you are saying that that thing is better than the Christmas dinner. At least you know what that was. That was just dry
Now that you're living in
beef.
Australia, what Christmas food are you going to cook?
What Christmas food am I going to cook? Damn, I need to think about that, actually.
Good. Look at what
I really need to think about that.
the fucking picture looks like.
Chances are, just buy Uber Eats, reheat it, and just lie to everyone, being like, oh, I cooked this.
What the fuck are we doing, dude? Are you fucking kidding me? That's not even close to the same thing. First of all, it wasn't nearly this big. Second of all, it didn't look anything
Yeah, that's
fucking like this.
actual night and day.
I know ads are like misleading, but that's insane. So first off, let's talk about pricing. This product is not cheap. I paid over $400 for what I got.
How many meals?
But to be fair, I did go a little bit overboard. I acknowledge that. Most people aren't going to be ordering enough food to eat nothing but Factor for an entire week. That being
$400 for a week's worth of food? Are you joking? You actually have to be joking now, right? I thought he was going to say a month.
said, even if you order a normal amount,
Dude, I remember living at home with family. There was 4 of us and a dog. And like a week's shopping was like 200 pound or like 250 pound for a whole family for a week. And he somehow still paid more and he's only eating it for himself.
these meals still are not cheap. And if you do end up buying Factor, I would highly recommend that you do everything you can to use a discount code because this stuff is very expensive and they have
Are you crunchy for the 2?
some actually genuinely good discounts
Birmingham pictures versus actual.
for your first time buying a box. And I actually saw that repeatedly in reviews that I watched for this
Now add inflation. Shut up. And second of all, that was like, what was it, a couple months ago at best.
video
So you can't even bring inflation into that.
where people would say that the first week it was great, you know, it was totally worth it because it was super cheap with all the discounts. But the next week, after the discount wore off, you very quickly realize how expensive the product really is. Let's assume we buy a normal amount. We'll go with the most popular option according to Factor, which is the 10 meal box. This is also
Oh, they do that cope where it's like the more you buy, the cheaper it gets overall as well. They probably do that.
assuming you don't get any kind of
It's like it's fucking Clash of Clans logic, man. It's like, oh, you buy like more gem refills, you'll actually save $5.
add-ons or anything like that. The first time you're paying only $6.25 a meal, so a total of $62.40.
Have you ate an MRE before? No, but I'd like to. Just for the experience.
45 cents.
Even though they look horrendous.
Those 10 meals will cover one person's lunch and dinner.
Yeah, look at that. Isn't that the same meal that he had? I guess he didn't have the cauliflower. Look at this. Look at the size of that chicken breast.
Lunch and dinner Monday through Friday. And for $62, I mean, that's a pretty good value. However, without this discount, which you won't have except for the first week, you're looking at $12.
I wonder if there's like a small disclaimer on their website where it's like, so we actually cooked the food after we took it out the packaging.
And
Or some cope like that, some legal cope.
49 cents a meal, which adds
It looks like video game food. Don't speak bad about video game food. Some video game food looks really good. Okay. Have you seen Resident Evil Burger? Look at that. Oh, actually, no, that didn't age well. That did not age well.
Tesco ready meals honestly look way more appetizing than whatever this overpriced Factor slop is.
Starfield meat chunks. Oh, God. Ah, just the Minecraft block. I remember these. Someone actually made it. I would eat that, though. Just an actual Minecraft burger. What game has good food? Yakuza 7 bread. Yakuza 7 bread. Amazing Yakuza bread. It just had its own... It needed an entire video, apparently.
違う。お前のケーキが伸びたことだ。
I need to play that game, man. I gotta play, like, one of them. Stalker 2 food. Oh, yeah, the Monster Hunter food always looks based. Stalker 2 food. Just immediately alcohol. Oh, yeah, I remember. Yeah. The animations, they were literally just the exact same as Tarkov. Like, actually one-to-one, especially with the tin tuna. You just peel it back and then, like, just use the knife to actually grab some out of it. Yeah, I actually never finished Stalker 2. GTA 4 hot dogs. Do not speak bad of them. GTA 4 hot dogs. I don't think it'll come up, though. They will be that. The GTA 4 hot dogs are probably 3 polygons, so there will not be an actual individual image of them. Cruelty Squad food. Don't speak bad about that. Okay, they're bringing up The Sims. The women have entered the chat. I'm going back to the video. Sorry.
Adds up to $124.90 and add on a $13 fee.
This is how women work. They will somehow bring up The Sims in conversation and then tell you how many hours they have on Sims 2.
For shipping and taxes, and now you have $137.90. Now the average American spends $270 a week on groceries and $328 a month on eating out. So if we assume that as high as 75% of those groceries are on food, then overall we have the average American spending $284.50 a week on food. And while the cost for those 10-factor meals does...
I don't really eat out much in Australia, but some of the food here is like actually very reasonably priced. Especially a lot of the Asian places as well. You go to get like a ramen bowl or something.
Fit into that budget. You got to remember that this is only 10 out of the...
I like how it's anything that's like a steakhouse. The price just becomes triple immediately.
21 meals that this person would need in order to eat 3 meals a day for the whole week. So now you're looking at a remaining $146.60.
You have 2,900 hours in Sims 4. Are you a woman? Because you didn't need to say that, if that's the case.
Cents left for the other 11 meals in your week. This, of course, isn't accounting for having children to feed or having a partner or something like that. This also isn't accounting for coffee and snacks throughout the week, which that kind of stuff adds up too and would definitely be counted as food. My point...
And the diner I work out for breakfast, you get pancakes, eggs, bacon, refillable coffee for just $12.99 Canadian. That's like £2. Your guys' economy is like cooked. Yeah, I remember when I was in New York and it's like you just get infinite coffee refills and stuff and all the bacon. Yummers.
The point is that while Factor might be convenient, you are paying for that convenience. And that's not necessarily a bad thing if you're like super busy or something like that and you have the extra money to do so, but it's certainly something that you should be aware of.
It's my first day.
Boring stream, unbox CS cases instead. I have like 200 unopened CS cases, by the way. I might have something in my inventory that's worth like $20,000. And we'll never know. Thank you, Conboy, for the 20 months.
Factor meals. And I'm gonna try these cookie dough things. I don't know. I mean, they say you can bake them or you can just eat them raw. Personally,
I like how Drew Gooden made a really good video on this, but like just how the food industry is like gravitated so much towards protein now.
I love it raw.
Wait, it doesn't say source of protein on this or high in protein?
Don't clip that, please don't.
I will not be eating this.
Don't clip that. I like my cookie dough raw. They're dairy-free and no defined sugar, and they're 90 calories per serving, which one serving is 1 cookie, so that's not like that healthy or anything. To be clear, I don't want a healthy cookie. What the fuck?
That looks terrible. Oh, you can see the statistics. Why? There's not even protein on there. There's like fiber.
What the
added
hell?
sugar. What? 1 gram. 1 gram. 1 gram. It was actually over before it began.
Can I eat this? Look at this. This is what it looks like on the package. This is what it looks like. What the... Is this okay to eat? I don't think it's...
Yeah, the fact it's dairy-free as well.
Supposed to look like this.
Like, you know that it's just going to taste like a brick.
It smells fine. It tastes good as hell. It tastes great. I was concerned by the color, because it doesn't look anything like it does on the package, but it tastes completely fine, and it's good as fuck. I am a little bit concerned about the color still, though. I hope it didn't, like, go bad. It says Best Buy February 2026. So I'm probably good, right?
On top of the fact that these meals are pretty expensive, The portion sizes are also really small. The factor meals that I got were all 400 to 600 calories each, and the highest calories in one meal was 740 calories, and it was the blueberry pancakes and sausage, which, by the way, sucked ass.
All right, this looks like it's gonna taste good. Let me get some dip it on there. No. Oh, God.
That did not look like it was going to taste good at any point.
No. This is horrible.
So if we say that the average meal has as much as 600 calories in it, then that's a pretty small meal, especially for dinner and especially for the price. There were many nights where after eating all 3 meals from Factor and even a protein shake, I had only consumed...
It looked like the Christmas dinner. Okay, that's the only one I'm giving you this entire stream. You can have that one. That's it.
About 1,700 or 1,800 calories. I usually aim for 2,000 to 2,500 calories a day. In fact, my calorie tracking app, which is set at a calorie deficit for me to lose 1 pound a week, actually says that I should be consuming 2,800 calories a day. So the point is, these meals were really not cutting it for me in terms of portion sizes.
Calorie counting is like the best way to either put on muscle or lose like body fat. I think I would actually kill myself if I had to use a calorie tracking app.
The first few nights this wasn't a big deal because I had those desserts.
That would be my biggest fear, unironically.
And those desserts were actually so fire. Oh my God.
Because I know what would happen. I'd become so hyper-fixated on it that I would literally be tracking everything and I'd just become miserable.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. That is good.
And so I would just add those on.
Huh? Wait, what? What the f- is that my CSGO inventory? What? There's no way it jumped up to that. Hang on a second. Fucking Discord. Okay, that's the wrong thing. Nearly had an incident there, nearly. Wait, can I show this on stream? It doesn't show anything like... Oh no, yeah, it's literally just the statistics. What happened? What the what? What do I have? What do I have? It's definitely some knife that no one cared about. And then some oil baron just bought like all of the stock. That's crazy. Dude, I should get into stocks or something, but I'm too stupid.
To the end of my dinner, and I would feel satiated enough, and like
I think the worst... I think the worst thing is by the time I actually even look into selling any of it, it'll all just tank in value.
Consumed enough calories for the day. However, when those ran out, which happened quicker than I'd like to admit, I was stuck at the end of the day just feeling hungry. Unsure if I wanted to make another meal, but I knew I didn't really want to, but I was like, what else do I do?
So it's 8:30 right now. I just ate like 30 minutes ago, and I am fucking starving still. The portion sizes are just off, and I know that like I chose calorie smart options, but more than that is what I'm getting. I think marking something as calorie smart and then just making it a small portion is kind of a way.
I mean, what's he ate? Like Lasad chicken that just looked like Minecraft flint if it was like buried in soil for a week, and then cookies that he had 2 of that were like 90 calories a serving.
To market giving smaller portions and also jacking up the price at the same time is my opinion. I think that you know, it's good to keep an eye on calories.
Oh, he had the Christmas dinner as well, true, the waffles.
Calories, and I do that myself. But this is an absurd amount. Like if you eat just Factor, then I've fucking eaten 1,500 calories today. That's very small.
In fact, one night I even ended up ordering Domino's desserts to my house through DoorDash to...
Just don't do day trading. I would never trade in my life, dude. I just get too fixated on it. There ain't no way. There was like some guy I was talking to who's a furry, and he said he wanted to help me with stocks, but I never kind of followed up on it.
Like fill this hole.
This is bad. This is bad. This is bad. I'm ordering stuff from Domino's. Ladies and gentlemen, I regret to inform you that I have been swayed into purchasing.
Okay, chat. Domino's or Pizza Hut? I want to know this debate. It's like the Coke and Pepsi debate, but Pepsi wins. Unlucky. What are we thinking? Domino's or Pizza Hut? It's always different per country. Little Caesar? No one mentioned that. Be quiet. Be quiet. No, we did not mention that. That wasn't even part of it. Pizza Hut or Domino's? Wow, it seems pretty split, actually. Seems pretty 50-50 in chat right now. Is there a ghost in my apartment? What is that? That's my washing machine. Yeah, it's pretty split. I can't even say which one's better. Oh, what's the last time? When's the last time I had pizza? It was like last week, and I think it was Domino's. Or was it Pizza Hut? I don't remember. I actually don't remember.
Some dessert because those factor meals were not.
Honestly though, getting a pizza, it's like KFC, man. Like the best feeling in the world when you make that order. It arrives, bliss, and then you eat it, and you feel like a fat piece of shit afterwards.
Enough.
And then you tell yourself, I'll never do that again. And then the next week rolls by.
Holy fuck.
And look, I personally struggle sometimes with overeating, and you could definitely contribute this compulsive purchase to that. But something that I've found throughout my weight loss journey over the last couple of years is that if I push myself too much and don't consume enough calories, or I try to force myself to eat some healthy alternative that I really just don't like, then the temptation for a compulsive, unhealthy binge essentially increases like exponentially. And if you combine those things, then it's even
Wait,
worse.
someone in chat said, do you have pica? What is that? What is pica? Craving and chewing substances that have no nutritional value, such as ice, clay, soil, or paper. What, just because I put the thumb thing in my mouth? What is this cope? Eating non-food items. I don't do that. I don't do that. Well, okay, so here's a new cope that I'm giving onto you now. Anyone that vapes, they're putting something in their mouth, right? That's pica. You could even say it about like getting a blowjob or something. That's pica.
So I think that's kind of what happened here. I was still hungry.
No nutritional value there.
Even after eating.
Or maybe with the latter, but anyways.
All 3 meals from Factor that day. And honestly, all 3 of those meals that I had that day were kind of rough, didn't taste very good. So I regrettably ordered something that I knew I probably shouldn't. And I just kind of let the temptation win in that moment because I was weakened. I think the portion sizes could be fine for some people, but for me, the portions and the pricing alone are just enough for me to not want to buy this again. Even
what was it again? $430 for a week?
Before getting to the taste, which I have a lot to say about that too, and you'll see that here in a minute. But I don't want to be unfair.
Vape tastes better than clay.
Okay? I actually think that this product could be really helpful for some people. If you have some extra money laying around and you're too busy or, lack the skills to cook and meal prep, then I think this product could be genuinely helpful. I also think that, again, if you can afford it and you're trying to eat low calorie, then this could be helpful in that way too, because these meals are pretty filling for the amount of calories that they have in them. I've personally been wanting to get back into cutting weight and tracking.
I mean, they're like 450, 500 calories a meal. I don't really think that's too bad.
Calories and stuff like that. And I actually think that the smaller, confined portions and structure that Factor brings about could be genuinely helpful.
I do love broccoli though, man. You can, that is the best vegetable ever made.
For me, personally, that is if they were better tasting and had like slightly bigger portions.
Prison food for $400 is crazy.
So that I wasn't tempted to go compulsively DoorDash some fucking dessert from Domino's. It's also worth mentioning that they do have registered dietitians in the app or website that you can talk to, I think included with your subscription. That way,
please tell me he reached out and it's like, excuse me, what does my food just look like? Complete slop.
You can ask the dietitian, what meals you should choose to further specific goals. So I do think that's worth mentioning and a genuinely helpful tool that they do provide, and I want to give them credit for that. So while I don't think it's the best for me personally to further my own fitness goals, I do think some people could find it genuinely helpful, especially for people who are busy and, can't find the time to make meals that are going to further those fitness goals they have for themselves. Like, you know, we've all
I will happily admit I'm lazy. I would buy something like this.
been there. You're
But not after this video.
busy and you don't know how to make fucking dinner or like something that's healthy, so you make something like some mac and cheese and a frozen pizza or something like that, or you order out again, you know. Like, we've all been in that situation, and Factor does allow you to have that same level of convenience while not having the downsides of eating like shit.
Corn lovers, where you at? You mean sweet corn? Sweet corn is disgusting. That is so grim. I cannot eat that stuff, man.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Ryder. He's back. What's up?
I can eat sweet corn if it's like already been cut off and stuff, but like getting your teeth and like biting into it, just ugh.
We're about to film our podcast, which, by the way, go check out the podcast. It's the Podgressives.
Oh wait, we've got a side quest. Thanks to the link here. Apparently, Drake lost his lawsuit over Kendrick. What did they do? They dismissed it? Hang on. This could be a big unlucky. Let's have a look. Drake lawsuit over Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us dismissed by judge. Dude, I forgot that was still happening. Even the judge was like, nothing burger. A federal judge says nobody actually thought Kendrick was calling him a pedophile. Yeah, filed it earlier this year. 10 months later, dismissed the case. Ruling that Kendrick's insulting lyrics were kind of hyperbole that cannot be defamatory because listeners would not think they were statements of fact. It's actually so over for Drake, by the way. Like, he could, like, the judge has literally said, you can roast the fuck out of him. Just say it's in a video game. You could make one of the worst claims possible about someone. Just say, like, it's hyperbolic. Say it's in a video game. Okay, it's hyperbole. Okay, shut up. I know it's hyperbole. I say funny words sometimes. I know it's hyperbole. I don't know why I was saying hyperbole. Hyperbolic. That's why. That's why I was saying it. Hyperbolic. Universal Music Group beats Drake's Not Like Us defamation suit. The company defamed him by releasing Kendrick Lamar's Grammy-winning diss track. UMG will not have to face a lawsuit from Drake, who accused the record company of defamation. Oh, that's why he lost. Because it wasn't him against Kendrick, it was him against UMG. Like, you know, they would collectively have way more resources and money than him. I'm going to play a little sad note for Drake right now. Kind of sounds like Not Like Us. Anyways.
Link in the description. We do political commentary every single week. Crazy shit's going on in the world, so go check it out if you want to stay informed. But we are going to try the Italian sausage, tomato, and cream lasagnette. Is that lasagna? I don't know how do you spell lasagna?
Italian sausage and tomato cream lasagnette. Like, what? That's not a word. They're just making up words now.
Well, it looks good, so we're gonna try it.
Yeah.
All right.
I didn't eat.
He didn't eat. Why are you thinking he ate? He didn't do that. He didn't take a bite already.
Good.
That's pretty good. For me in 2 minutes. Yeah. In a microwave. Most of the noodles like this, it's like, oh, it's pretty good. Yeah. Fine.
While Factor is extremely convenient to just be able to pop it in the microwave and have a pretty solid meal made in 2 minutes, it's worth mentioning the proper disposal process for the ice packs that it comes in, because when we're talking about convenience, this process is not exactly convenient. You'll notice when you order a Factor...
I think it's like, if you're in a rush and you can't be asked to cook, I think it's really good. Like, if I wanted to boot up a stream, it's like, I haven't eaten. Then I could just like put one of those in the microwave. But also, in the same sense, I remember seeing people that were drinking Huel, like a meal replacement shake, and they were just like, I was sat there with my friends, and they were all like eating steaks and cheeseburgers, and I just sat there with my little soy drink. Like, he just said it was so depressing.
Box that it comes insulated with a bunch of ice packs in it, so that it...
Thank you, Dat Medic, for the 10. Shrimp at this hour. I think he did actually order shrimp. So he could be having shrimp at this hour, which is a huge convenience.
It will stay cool in the transport to your house. Now you might be thinking, it seems like a lot of waste. And yeah, it is. But a lot of it actually is recyclable. The ice packs themselves are even recyclable. However, in order to recycle those ice packs, it's a little bit of a process.
I've got a bunch of them in here. Got a ton of these things. And so it says the first step is to cut up the corners and then empty the contents into the trash. So I'm gonna take them outside and empty them into the outside trash.
Oh,
Gosh,
dude.
trash juice.
Yeah, that.
I saw
Into the trash. So I'm gonna take.
he's got a little dog sat there on the bench, and I just immediately thought that Hassan clip from earlier.
Oh,
Gosh,
dude.
trash juice.
Yeah, that. There's like brown juice in the trash. I'm gonna get a
Oh,
straw.
there's a McDonald's buy one get one free coupon. Do you want it?
Yeah, I'll go. I'll go fish for it. Why come out?
It's so cold. It's like seal jelly.
Yeah.
Do not apply to body. Do not eat.
So it's definitely.
Wait, it's all over my fucking hands.
You're probably fine.
Okay. My
Yeah,
hands like
he's probably
fall off.
He's probably gonna fucking die.
Why doesn't he just eat it?
This process of cutting open and draining
Imagine how filling that'd all be, and probably 0 calories.
the ice packs, especially when you order as much as I did, is quite a time-consuming and uncomfortable process. Once you do that, though, you can't just recycle it in your bin and put it on the curb. You have to go to a website that's linked on the ice packs themselves and then look up a drop-off location near you and go drop it off.
Oh, forget that. Forget that. Like, the entire point is convenience, that it's like, oh, by the way, could you do like the second part of our job for us, please, for free?
Off there. But when I tried to go to the website that was linked on the ice packs, it literally was like broken.
Don't recycle me with your curbside items. And then it says to visit earth911.org to drop off locations. But then
No one's doing that, by the way. No one is doing that.
I go to the website
Companies be like, okay, we're just going to overpackage to absolute shit. If you don't do the recycling process, you're the problem. You're killing the planet, not us.
that they told me to go to, and when I type in exactly what they told me to type in, and I click search, wow, no listing. Sorry about that. What the hell? Here, I can click on plastic. It just brings a line across the screen, and it goes away. It doesn't do anything.
Great website, man.
It just puts a line across the screen. What the fuck? They all do this. This website is horrible. What is this? I'm so confused. Why did they give this website of all the websites? And so I went to Google and I looked up number 4 plastic film recycling, and I found a separate website, not the one that they gave me. And I was able to find there that there is a place near me that I can recycle these things, and it's at a Food Lion down the street. All right, so right now I'm driving to Food Lion, which is pretty close to my house. I'm guessing there's gonna be a recycle bin somewhere. Maybe I have to go inside. I have no fucking idea. I feel like
I like how I went from criticizing them to like doing their job for them.
not that this is that difficult to do. Like, you have to.
I remember when I used to buy Nespresso pods back in the UK, and they would actually, at some points, they'd actually like pick it up for you. All the little Nespresso pods that get used,
You just have to drive
and they take it back to their facility to actually recycle them.
down the
I mean, they probably don't, let's be fair.
fucking street and
But at least it's like, they collect it, not my problem anymore.
and just fucking drop off a couple pieces of plastic. Like, it's not that big of a deal. The barrier to entry to like actually properly dispose of all these materials
You just looked it up, the closest collection point for you is 2 states away.
is high enough where
Actually terrible, man.
I feel like 99% of people that buy factor meals just aren't going to be doing that shit. And you know, I think there's also bigger fish to fry in terms of recycling. We should definitely address climate change. Don't get me wrong, I'm all for that, but you know, I think it comes at the
Toxic relationship, complaining about how bad they are and then doing their work for them.
behest of the corporations and government to properly address climate change. And I think that for the most part, the over-reliance on forcing consumers to recycle is ineffective, and in the grand scheme of things, a way to offload the responsibility for climate change onto the consumer. But you know,
I mean, he's not wrong.
that's a whole different video. But the point is, I guess, that this is a little bit too much, and I don't think
Why is there so much America hate in the chat? Most of you should be Americans because the time zone I'm streaming at. I'm driving so I can recycle America moment.
people are doing this shit. Anyways, that's my rant. All right, I just pulled into the Food Lion parking lot. I see the bins right outside the front of the Food Lion. There's just 3
Climate change as he drives miles away to throw trash.
Separate like recycle bins, and one of them says plastic films on it. On my way into the store, I'm gonna
Just gotta wait for the Amazon drones to come and pick it up for you.
flip
Our overlords.
the plastic bags or the plastic films into this little recycle bin.
It wasn't like, here's the thing, it's not that big of a deal, it's not that big of an inconvenience, but it's enough of an inconvenience where I think most people that order Factor are not going to be going through with this whole process every single week. Most people will likely just toss them in the trash, and I mean, I don't blame them, I understand. Especially since most people that are ordering Factor are already busy enough where they don't want to cook food. So I would think that adding on this, like, you know, slightly inconvenient way of disposing of these things properly might not be in their interest, to say the least. And while obviously,
I mean, you could just take it to like plastic recycling as well, surely.
it's not going to make or
Don't have to take it to like a designated spot.
break the climate, whether or not people dispose of the Factor ice packs properly, and we need systemic change to properly address the issue of climate change, and we need it urgently, by the way. It's still certainly worth noting the added waste if you don't go through with the process as intended, and also it's worth noting that most people probably
Americans don't have trash cans for each material. I don't know. There's no way. There's no way it's that bad over there. I mean, in the UK, you've just got general waste and then recycling. And that was it. And then you've probably got a bunch of bins set up so you can, like, get rid of your knives and throw them in there.
don't. Another caveat to Factor's convenience is the potentially illegal and immoral labor conditions that brought that box to your front door. You see, Factor is actually owned by HelloFresh, which is another meal kit service in which
Oh, what? I was literally saying they're okay. It's over.
you actually have to cook the meal and are actually provided with the pre-portioned ingredients. In my opinion, the fact that HelloFresh owns Factor in and of itself is already concerning to me. When you see an industry leader company buying up competitors like you've seen with HelloFresh and Factor, as well as other competitors as well, it reads a bit like a monopoly is beginning to form there. I don't know. That's besides the point. I just thought that's worth mentioning. The reason I bring this up is that HelloFresh has a history of union busting and pretty rough labor conditions. You see, in 2021,
I just remember seeing every single YouTuber was sponsored by HelloFresh.
HelloFresh warehouse workers across America began to initiate a union drive with Union Here. HelloFresh, instead of allowing their workers to decide whether or not they wanted a more democratic workplace and if they wanted greater protections, they did what any corporation would do that was worried about their last year's record profit numbers and hired a consulting firm to essentially brainwash their workers into being anti-union. They would compel their workers to go to these captive audience meetings, and they would blast them
In an attempt to dissuade workers from voting for the union.
with a bunch of anti-union propaganda. Here's a photo.
How can you do that without just bribing? What? How do you convince people to not have a union if you're not just immediately saying, we'll give you a raise? The man in the photo works for Culture Consulting, an anti-union firm that receives $2,600 a day.
Photo of one of the guys doing it.
Remember, union organizers are a union sales team and can trick workers into the union.
And they even allegedly.
So if you have a union, you can have superiors fired. Oh no, God forbid. God forbid my boss loses his job. God forbid that. Oh no, I can't join a union now. Lose your job. So they're just threatening them. Lose your job if you were not union or had not signed the card. Lose your health benefits. This is just threats. Lose your 401k. Yeah, that is literally just like, okay, so if you start a union, we're going to fire you.
Intimidated people that were handing out pro-union flyers, and this union busting actually worked in the end, leading to the employees voting against unionization. And even as late as 2024, HelloFresh had reportedly had some pretty...
Wait, except in, what did he say, NJ? Is that New Jersey? Did he just do a Sopranos reference?
Concerning labor conditions, including restrictive toilet policies leading to some workers...
I've heard about this stuff, like at Amazon as well, where it's like, they'll time you when you go on like your toilet break and stuff.
Even having...
Back to work, Wagey!
Accidents on the job. Some workers called the environment toxic, and HelloFresh even...
Wait, they shit themselves on the job?
This is
Allegedly
like that
fired...
Amazon union busting video, Lamau.
You cringed the 10? Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Multiple employees for raising concerns about the environment. But I'm not just here to tell you that Factor's parent company
Wait, you want rights? No. You'll be a little wagey. And then after 40 years of being a wagey for us, then you can afford your house on a mortgage. And that mortgage will outlive you. So go back to your little death box and you'll be happy.
is questionable in terms of labor. I think that's concerning in and of itself, but no, Factor is actually directly involved as well. You see, in December of 2024, the U.S. Department of Labor began an investigation into a Factor warehouse in Aurora, Illinois, that allegedly had at least 6 Guatemalan miners working night shift in illegal and dangerous conditions for miners to be in. HelloFresh, Factor, and Midway Staffing, an agency that did a lot of hiring for HelloFresh, were all a part of this investigation.
How does no one actually see that? And it's like, wait a minute, we're going to get busted.
And while it's not totally clear who is responsible for hiring these miners and putting them in danger like this, they all deny responsibility, of course, and HelloFresh points the finger at Midway Staffing and...
Wait, deeply troubled to learn.
And Midway
Oh yeah, they just blame them entirely.
Staffing says, well, we didn't do it. So obviously someone did it. so look, I'm not making some big claim that every single Factor box is like packaged by a 4-year-old or whatever. But the point is that
Goodbye, Fresh.
Factor's parent company has a history of union busting and suppressing labor concerns. And this child labor case involving Factor doesn't look so great either. It's always bad when you go to a company's Wikipedia page and they have a section about their labor violations. It's hard to honestly not find a company that doesn't have that, except for Dakota Talks Incorporated. We love our workers. I'm the sole worker, so I'm treated very well. My boss is so nice to me. He's a really nice, tall, hot guy. The thing is, we live in a world today where we're so reliant on everything being convenient, and we tend to think that if things are fast and easy, then they must be good or improving. But there's way more to it than that. Factor may be delivering you those
Didn't have enough hush money.
overpriced, small portioned mid meals that make your week a little bit easier and make cleanup a little bit easier. But that might be at
I mean, that's a cope. Like, that entire segment that you had to travel, like, all that distance just to recycle.
the expense of workers that are not having their concerns heard, especially with not any sort of organizational legitimacy like a union. What really pisses me off is when companies like this will fuck over their workers time and time again, doing everything they can to avoid paying them a wage that's livable or giving them proper benefits so that they can afford healthcare or allow them to use the bathroom without paying themselves on the job. And they don't even pass the savings of the exploited workers onto the consumer. Instead, they charge them up the ass as much as they possibly can so their profits will soar and they can give their...
What did you say? Child labor rap battles of history. HelloFresh versus Factor begin. It's the same company.
CEO a bigger bonus
They've been the biggest incident of friendly fire ever.
than they did last year and act like he did all the fucking work. Give me a break, dude. Like, that kind of stuff pisses me off. This obviously is a...
I mean, I've even seen in like 7-Elevens here, like the corner shops, they sell like microwave meals and they really don't look that bad. I mean, it's always going to be slop if you're not cooking it yourself, but still.
more broad statement than just applying to Factor, but it applies here too. Just remember that every corporation has motivations that are inherently opposed to yours as a consumer or as a worker. They want to charge you the most for their product they can get away with charging you. They want to pay the lowest wages they can get away with paying. They want to give you as little benefits and as little breaks as possible. This is why unions and worker protection laws are...
Wait, big company Le Bad? I think I talked about this once. There was a small video I made called Cruelty Squad.
so important. And I guess what I want my message to be on this channel is when you see an advertisement, please think critically about what they're selling. Always exercise skepticism when a company says or claims literally anything ever. Always think about their motivations and how those motivations could be different from your own. Because 9 times out of 10, they are going to be inherently opposite. And I'm not saying you have to boycott every immoral company out there. I mean, that would be impossible because
Hungry Man TV dinners aren't bad. What are those? That sounds kind of cinema. Hungry Man TV dinner? Oh, mate, I don't know about this one. Did they stop making these in like the year 2000? Why is that $200? That has to be like, what? That has to be like 200 of them, right? Okay. What? £1 pack of 3 is $200. What? America in a nutshell. I mean, to be fair, that's AUD. So AUD is like you just half it and then it's pound sterling, which kind of makes a bit of sense.
Because seemingly every company does
But yeah, it's 100 quid. What?
or is contributing to something immoral.
It's a third person reseller. What, are they drop shipping like ready meals now? Just like doing all the attachments for like your phone isn't enough.
Along the line somewhere, but take those motivations into account when choosing what products to buy and what companies to support, especially in a time when those corporations and the people who operate them at the top have an outsized influence over the world we live in today. It's
Hungry Man or Rustler's Burgers? I've never had a Rustler burger.
important to examine their claims, exercise skepticism at every opportunity, and hold them accountable whenever you can. So, overall thoughts on the product. It was meh. I mean, it tasted fine. I don't know. It's mid. Most of them tasted like yesterday's leftovers. However, as the week went on, by around day, 3 or 4, they started tasting like those leftovers that you're slightly concerned about consuming, and you're like, they'll probably be fine, but I'm not totally sure, and hopefully I don't wake up puking in the morning.
It's okay. I don't know. It's scary. They're old now. I mean, none of them are expired, but they're old enough where I'm concerned it's gonna go bad now.
And overall, just there wasn't that many meals that like all around impressed me. That's not to say that there wasn't any though. I will say the chicken taco bowl was great.
All right, let's try some of the chicken and bean mix. Okay. Damn. Okay. This is fire.
I'm surprised he doesn't like the fish one. The salmon and broccoli was cinema.
I'm more than happy with this meal, and I'm gonna go destroy.
Okay, please tell me he's already eaten like 2/3 of that. Look at that portion size, man. Like, please tell me you've already devoured that, right?
All right, let's try some of the chicken and bean mix.
That portion size does not look that great. I won't lie. That looks like a snack or something. Like, I sound very American coded saying that, but like, what?
Okay. Damn. Okay.
Like, unless you put on the website he's trying to lose like 800 kilograms in a week or something.
This is fire. I'm more than happy with this meal, and I'm gonna go destroy it.
And the cavatappi and meatballs was also phenomenal.
This is gonna be a good bite. I'm excited.
Okay, that actually looks good though.
This is good.
Those both left me feeling very happy, but I will say the small portions also left me feeling like I wanted more of them, so that was kind of still disappointing in a certain way. The desserts were absolutely amazing, despite the coloring on the cookie dough bites being like way different from what they advertised it as, which definitely threw me off, but those still slapped, so it's fine. But besides the desserts, pretty much every single meal was me just going, I mean, it's fine, I wouldn't buy this again, but I'll consume it, I guess.
Yeah, I guess like if it's serviceable, it's fine, but then you realize it's $400.
Which is not the best experience, especially when you're paying such a high cost for the convenience factor. There was also multiple different meals and add-ons that I actively disliked or even hated. The blue cheese cream filet mignon was rough. I couldn't eat it.
Okay, I don't like those. I don't like that. All right.
Look how sad that meat looks. Like, you got beef, you quick revived it, and then just like it got down by a zombie in like round 2. Look at that thing, man.
It's not great either.
That looks terrible. That looks terrible.
Anybody, I don't know. I don't like it. I don't know if I want to eat this.
And literally every single thing that they sold for breakfast was god awful, except for the overnight oats, which were just like mid as hell.
No.
Chum bucket food.
Oh god, no. Oh my god, that's horrible. Dude, it was hard to get down. Oh, I'm not eating that.
Your mic is muted. Your picture is the Walter dog, and your name is Rent Free. Like, that was the lowest fucking speech check failure I have seen in my life. That was like trying to talk down that Legendate guy at the end of New Vegas. The guy that needs 100 speech to pass, and you had 2. Congratulations.
This. Oh. I don't know if this is gonna show up on camera, but they're fucking wet as hell. Soggy, wet egg bites sounds fucking nasty. So we've, you're not supposed to be gagging when you look at the thing you're about to put in your mouth. Cut in.
It doesn't look bad. It just looks, it looks dry. It looks really dry.
To this one. Actually, it's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, my biggest worry whenever I order food is like if it's soggy. Like if it's soggy, then it's over.
Oh my god. Oh, that was fucking horrible. Oh my god, the second bite was fucking disgusting. What the hell? Oh my god, I needed... Oh, give me this fucking overnight oats. Jesus Christ. I'm eating this shit instead. That was fucking nasty, dude. The first bite was like, oh...
Do it for the protein! It's 20 grams!
Oh, this is actually pretty good. And then the second bite was like the most disgusting thing ever. Like, I don't know what changed. There's no way in fucking hell I'm eating any more of that, dude. That was nasty. I almost felt like I was about to throw up, dude. These oats instead. Which also aren't that good, by the way. Breakfast food from Factor sucks ass.
Almost every single protein shake was chalky and just kind of tasted gross.
Let's check it out.
I cannot remember the last time I've actually had breakfast, man. Like, the most I will have is just like a protein shake.
God dang it.
I swear, like, I don't, like, if I wake up at like 7 in the morning, I don't get hungry until like at least midday.
It's full. Look at this. Look how full this is. No. What? This is terrible.
Which, side note, those cost like $40 or something, and that's fucking insane, especially considering how disgusting most of them were. Here's the thing: if the portions were better and/or it was cheaper and it tasted better, I would consider continuing my subscription, but obviously lowering the amount of meals because I don't need that many fucking Factor meals every single week. But honestly, for the price, for the portions, and the hassle of disposing of it,
could you imagine, like, they reach out to him, they see this video, and then they just offer him like 10 years supply for free, and he's like, okay, you know what? Factor's good, guys.
Properly, the taste just isn't even...
I would do that. I would be a coward, and I would just fold immediately, because like doing the cost ratio of that is so much money.
Worth it. It's all around. My experience was not...
But you need like a huge fridge.
Not that pleasant, except for those fucking desserts. Those desserts slapped. And honestly, despite my issues with HelloFresh, as I mentioned earlier, with the union busting and the suppression of labor concerns, I have to say that I have tried HelloFresh in the past myself. I thought that HelloFresh was a significantly better experience than Factor was. The thing is, like, the meals from HelloFresh actually taught me how to make a meal. And I mean, sure, it took 30 minutes instead of 2 minutes, but it still made cooking meals more convenient because I don't know how to cook a meal, you know? Like, I'm a fucking college kid. I don't know how to cook anything, you know? I can cook eggs and like toast. I'm good at avocado toast and eggs. That's my shit right there. But otherwise, and so HelloFresh supplied me with the pre-portioned ingredients and, you know, very easy to follow instructions with photos and everything. And I was able to, you know, complete the meal and feel kind of proud of what I had done.
Yeah, when I lived at home, my mom actually used not HelloFresh, but there's a different one, like a competitor brand.
And most of the
but yeah, you'd have to like still cook it and stuff.
Meals that I got from HelloFresh.
But I do remember like the protein content was just horrendous.
Fresh tasted really good.
I'd always add like a tin of tuna to my food, and my parents would just roast me. They'd be like, "You're gonna get mercury poisoning and die."
And so at the end of my HelloFresh subscription, I was like,
Gusto, that's the one. Yep.
I felt good about it. I felt good about pretty much every meal that I got, and I felt like I learned a lot. I was able to actually save those recipes, and, you know, I plan to use those and cook those things again on my own.
Blue Apron. Oh, I think I've heard of that one.
Someday. I'm not sponsored by HelloFresh, obviously, but honestly, I felt way more happy with that experience than I have.
If you can't cook, you can't be independent. Do you know the amount of like streamers that are just complete man-children?
With this Factor experience. Nothing I got from Factor felt freshly cooked, because it wasn't. The best meal that I got tasted like good leftover. Comparatively to HelloFresh, where you get the food and then you make it into the meal, it is literally fresh food. There is a noticeable difference when you cook something fresh to when you heat something up from Factor that, you know, was delivered to your house 4 days ago. So that's another thing that's important to keep in mind.
The poll's still up. What did they make a poll over? Oh.
If you were considering getting Factor
Anyways.
or HelloFresh or any of these meal kits. If that's something that's important to you, to have fresh food like that, and it's, you know, available to you to be able to have the time to cook that meal, then I think HelloFresh would be more worth your bang for your buck than Factor would be, in my opinion. Overall, I came away from this experience with the Factor feeling pretty disappointed in a lot of the meals, especially the breakfasts. Breakfast is like the most important meal of the day for me because it gives me something to look forward to in the morning, especially when I'm waking up early. I find it very helpful to like be looking forward to eating breakfast and drinking my coffee, and that helps me get out of bed in the morning. And also the coffee gives me a little boost in the day, and I look forward to my breakfast and my morning every day. And so this week of eating...
You see how good that is of him to have breakfast in the morning? And half of you in chat, you probably have a vape for breakfast.
Factor meals for breakfast. It's gonna sound dramatic, but like, it was like genuinely difficult. I was like straight up gagging and like could hardly get a lot of the food down because of the texture, because of the taste, because of the way it...
Just eat bread. You say bread? Bread, egg, and toast.
Look, and the protein shakes...
I got no eggs. I got some gabagool in the fridge though. I might start scranning that in a bit.
That I was planning to use as coffee because they...
I might actually get the gabagool.
Had so much caffeine in them, also were horrible, and I didn't expect that. And so then my caffeine was ruined, and that made me all grumpy. And just every single one of the meals, except for the overnight oats, were like very disappointing.
I'm getting the gabagool. Over here. Oh my god, do you know what it is? It's a leg ham. It's like that unfunny cold ones bit that I tried to shill. It's an actual leg of ham. I got bread in the fridge. I'm just gonna scran that. Gabagoo. Over here. Best scene in the entire show, by the way. Best scene.
Want some?
Fuck, I thought for sure it was him.
What was a bit?
Don't eat gabagool, Grandma. It's nothing but fat and nitrates.
Gabagoo? Over here. Gabagoo? Over here.
Really disrupted my routine and set my day off on kind of like a shitty start. I was looking forward to like all of them too. They all looked so good in the photos. So overall, I can't bring myself to recommend Fact. To me, it's way too expensive and way too small of portion sizes. And it just kind of tastes mid and sometimes even downright bad. As I said earlier, I think some people in some circumstances definitely could...
Oh, dude, it's so greasy. What? When did this go off? What's the date today? It goes off in like 11 days. Why is that? I need paper towel. That's so greasy.
It and get some genuine value out of it. And I also think it's worth mentioning that there is a lot of competitors to Factor. If you're looking for something cheaper, you might be able to locate that somewhere else. Or if you're concerned about the labor issues, then, you know, definitely look into those other options. One thing I will say that I did learn from this experience is that I really do like having that structure and having my meals just ready to...
That was raw prosciutto or salami. What's gabagool? It's like an Italian word for it, I think.
Go when I'm ready to eat them. And since I'm not like an insanely busy person, this experience has made me want to do
it's so
some meal
greasy.
planning for myself, like some prepping. Instead of getting them shipped to my door and paying all this extra money and convenience cost and all these different things and having meals that I don't really like, I feel like if I made them myself and made the meals that I actually would like, that also would further my fitness goals that I'm trying to reach, had the right portion sizes for me, like...
You know how I can tell I've made it as a streamer? Because I can actually eat on stream and not get cancelled. Perfect.
I think that would...
I'm now up there with like Hassan and XQC now.
Be a better...
Okay, first one, current thing going on. Probably not the best name to bring up.
Use of my time. Plus, I can get what I liked out of HelloFresh as well, which was the idea of, you know, learning how to cook meals and stuff like that. So I really think that this experience has inspired me to start, you know, this new structure in my own life that I'm gonna try to do. I think there are aspects of Factor that are great, and some people might find those aspects to outweigh the rest of the stuff that I'm talking about in this video. But I am not one of those people. And from my experience, I would not recommend this product. And with that, I want to say thank you to every single person that has been watching my
Do some ASMR. Okay.
my videos, is subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much, because you guys have officially helped me surpass 100,000 subscribers on this channel, and that is so
Okay, that was a good video. I'm surprised how much of it was just the recycling. What else we got? Yakuza bread. We've already seen that. How much time do I have left? I've got 2 hours left. Replacing humans with AI is going horribly wrong. AI slop is destroying the internet. That word is everywhere, man.
Bit of Cold Fusion. Since 2020. Hi, welcome to another episode of Cold Fusion. Since 2023, the fast food chain Taco Bell.
You eat like Bevo? Shut up. Okay, you guys know who Bevo is, right? I don't eat like this, man. This is Coke, by the way. All right, what's like the most popular Bevo video?
Let's go for a potato. Let's go for
What does that swallow he does?
potato.
He does like such a grim swallow.
6 out of 10 on a potato. Not too shabby, not too shabby. Let's go for a potato. Transfer it home. No. Transfer it home.
Does she know how to eat? Okay, my washing machine was making a funny noise, and I was very worried. It just leaked everywhere.
Introduced artificial intelligence at over 500 locations.
Oh, thank you, Theodore, for the 12. On the other end of the spectrum, ever considered visiting Iceland? I've never been, but the Nordics are great, like Sweden, Norway.
In the United States. The aim was to reduce mistakes and speed up orders. But in some cases, AI delivered just the opposite.
Oh yeah, they're doing that whole thing now with the automated orders.
Like this
And people are just like, can I get 5 billion cheeseburgers? And the AI is like, yeah, sure.
frustrated customer.
And what will you drink with that? Oh my God. I want a large Mountain Dew. And your drink?
And to drink.
McDonald's drive-thrus also tried AI, but decided to...
Okay, I'm old. I'm an old man. But I remember, like, as a kid, you'd go to McDonald's and you just go to the counter to order. But now it's like, I feel so bad for the workers because they just get stared at like they're animals in a zoo. Because you never actually have any interaction with them anymore because of the screens, apart from just collecting the order. And it's like, thanks, bye.
Scrap it because it was too unreliable. One person had bacon added to their ice cream in error, and another had hundreds of dollars worth of chicken nuggets mistakenly...
Hurry up and upload. I have no videos to watch at work.
There will be slop later today.
You didn't invent the word slop.
I did. I just said it right now, so I invented it.
...added to their order. As for Taco Bell, the fiasco has caused them to rethink their use of AI. Their chief technology officer...
Okay, your first mistake was eating at Taco Bell in the first place. I ordered Taco Bell here for the first time in my life. Actual slop. Just awful.
Dane Matthews told the Wall Street Journal in...
It is like the most sad meal you'll ever eat in your life. It is like certified orphan meal. Like Batman, after his parents got shot, he was probably given a Taco Bell.
Regards to deploying the voice...
Thank you, Lemon, for the 6. Can you watch? I started watching The Sopranos.
AI system.
What is that? Is that a video?
Quote, sometimes it lets me down, but sometimes it really surprises me. End quote. And what he said
I'm dying on this hill. Sorry, Taco Bell is slop.
Is the very
It's terrible.
crux of consumer generative AI today.
I remember buying a wrap from them and it was just like no cheese. This like singular chicken tender that you get from like KFC and then just wrapped around bread.
It works
like not even a bun, just like a tortilla wrap.
Most of
I was like, this is terrible.
The time, but about a few % of the time, it just gets things wrong. But where does this all lead? A recent MIT report found that after surveying 150 business leaders and 350 employees, just 5% of integrated AI pilots are extracting millions in value, while the vast majority remain stuck with no measurable profit and loss impact. In other words, AI implementation fails in 95% of the cases.
Yeah, I remember the Sam Altman guy saying that AI is like a bubble now because so many big companies have like just backed it. But if it crashes or backfires, it's over. Like everything will tank.
The market was spooked by these findings, and shares in Nvidia, the $4
You ever had Chick-fil-A? I don't think it's in the UK and it's not in Australia, so no.
trillion company whose chips power the AI boom dropped by 3.5%, while Palantir fell by 9% off the back of the news. It all sounds pretty heavy, but this was just a reaction to the headline, because as you dig deeper into what was actually said in the report, the picture isn't as clear-cut as AI simply failing everywhere. A few episodes ago, I talked about the current crisis with new graduate jobs. A large part of that was the AI threat. It's true and happening in some entry-level jobs, especially in the creative fields. I did caveat in that episode that current AI systems still get a lot wrong, but will improve in the future. But today, let's explore that fact.
I think that's the scariest thing as well. Like it is going to constantly improve. And obviously companies aren't going to stop unless the government steps in. But then the companies are supporting the government, so...
A bit more deeply. What if generative consumer AI continues to underperform in businesses for years to come? In this episode, we'll look at how AI is actually performing once put into the position of taking people's jobs. To summarize...
Thank you, Lemon, for the 2. Loved your entropy video. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it.
The sentiment of this episode, it's basically this. Consumer generative AI will revolutionize global productivity eventually, but as for now, it's possibly in a bubble.
You are watching Cold Fusion TV.
So first thing, let's lay it out straight. AI has some legitimate use cases and works well in non-critical areas that don't require 100% precision.
What is it? I started watching The Sopranos.
Hi, welcome to another episode of Cold Fusion. Since 2023, the fast food chain...
This is your video! This is your video! Shill! Shill!
The Sopranos is one of the greatest shows of all time I have seen, and I haven't even finished it. I'm on season 5, and I need to...
Every fan ever. Every fan ever. It's like, the show. What about the show? I don't know. I saw this one scene where he goes, Gabagool over here. And then I saw Tony Soprano have a panic attack and pass out.
to talk about everything I've seen. To the character development, to the plot, to the characters, and to the comedic aspects of the show, I need to talk about it. Before I watched The Sopranos, I had no idea of the lore or any spoilers. I only knew that this was a movie about the mafia. The only clip I was exposed to was Christopher trying to scam a guy in the fish market, but that's really it.
Okay, I don't care about the AI video.
Anyways, let's get right into it.
Over here.
When I started watching
You stole the ASOT transition slide, you worm.
Season 1, I realized that this show has this kind of format to it. In the first 6 episodes,
Dude, if you're anything like me, by the way, you're going to get really embarrassed that I'm playing your video and you're going to like have my stream on mute now.
Get introduced.
I do the exact same thing.
To the characters and the story builds up. But on episodes 6 to 13, everything gets very intense. The pilot episode...
He needs to talk about how Tony Soprano got more fat as the show went on. That's a very important detail for his character development.
So it was a very good start and an introduction to...
He goes from like a pretty healthy guy to just like heavy breathing. My son, take a shit over there.
the whole show. The information the show gives you is very digestible. There's a guy called Tony Soprano, and he's the main boss of this family.
I'm the motherfucking fucking one who calls the shots.
Tony, the mafia boss, is seeing a psychiatrist in secret. He has a crew, and the crew consists of Christopher Moltisanti, Big Pussy, Silvio,
just when they thought I was out,
they pulled me back in.
And Paulie.
How about you? It might be your first ball job.
Yeah, of course.
How long did it take for the guy to come?
The rest of the characters are...
There's a great Sopranos joke. It looks like a fucking ad for a weight loss center.
The Sopranos is
before
one of the great...
and way before. I think I've shown this before. They tried to make a fat joke in the show, but like it didn't work because everyone in the show's fat. So they had one guy wear a fat suit. The guy on the right is wearing a fat suit to look even more fat, so the fat joke actually lands. Is it muted? Bruh, is it muted? What's up with the audio? Is this video working?
Oh, supporting character.
Oh. Maybe he got claimed and he muted it to like keep the money. Oh, I guess this works. What? Oh, there's no sound. What? Okay, this could be a bug. Oh, it's a bug. Okay.
Starbreeze.
It's working on other videos. That's weird. You muted the tab? How did I mute the tab? I did not mute the tab.
Oh, look at that.
All right, now it works. Anyways, I don't know what happened there. Theater mode glitch or something.
Oh, look at that. It's like an ad for a fucking weight loss center. Before and way before. Stop breaking balls.
Why is he breaking balls?
Characters like Hesh. The Christian should...
I don't know what happened with The Sopranos, man. I think, like, after Better Call Saul ended, you had all these, like... You had these, like, kids in their 20s, and they were just like, oh, man, there's nothing to watch anymore. And then one of them, probably on Reddit, said, I heard of this one good show called The Sopranos, and, like, all of the, like, ironic meme people just immediately moved over to the show.
Produced by them.
Like, have you seen the clip? I'm not even showing it, because you've definitely seen it. You know, where it's like... How about that prick's face when he shot a gat? Chrissy Adams, motherfucker! Whoa, take it easy! We want your vipers!
Sitting in the Satrials. Silvio shows up late and shakes Tony's hand, and he tells Tony that Uncle Junior, Tony Soprano's uncle, who's also a mobster, is trying to kill somebody in Artie Bucco's place. A chef that is well acquainted with Tony Soprano and his...
That guy, that chef, actually got the worst deal of any character in the show. They mistreated him so badly.
True. The cinematography in this show is phenomenal and way ahead of its time. I can understand why Vince...
Didn't Kai Cenat invent the word gyat? What?
Gilligan,
sure,
the producer of Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, got inspiration from The Sopranos. One of the things I love about the palette...
I mean, the reason why The Sopranos is so good as well is because there was just no TV shows on at the time that could even compete.
Episode is that not a little bit well after the intro of the episode, we see Christopher meeting with a foreign guy, and then the guy does coke and Christopher shoots him behind the head. The show slaps us in the face with unexpected violence. Us, the viewers, are shocked, and we're not used to this. We didn't think that this was a regular occurrence of the crew's life and Tony Soprano's life, but the fact that it is an excellent way to get into the lore.
I mean, and also as well, to be fair, you have to have the pilot. So many things have to happen in the pilot. Because for the pilot to move on to an actual TV series, they have to, like, engage the test audiences and the actual audiences so much. That's why, like, in so many shows, I mean, even like The Walking Dead, right? Like, so much happened in the very first episode, and then it kind of slowed down a bit until, like, the finale. She is... Livia Soprano is the most funny woman in the entire show. Rest in peace, her actress. I hope this guy makes a joke about how she died, and then they CGI'd her head onto some random actress. It is the worst CGI I've seen in my life. It's worse than that floating kid's head in like Thor: Love and Thunder.
Livia Soprano. Livia Soprano is Tony Soprano's mother, who is the most annoying character.
I wish the Lord would take me now. Yeah, you know that scene? Hang on a sec. Does he show it? I don't think he does. I'm gonna show it. It's such a terrible scene, like genuinely. God, I use YouTube like a fucking old man. Yeah. So like Livia's actress actually passed away. I think it was season 3, but she looks terrible. And the worst thing is, they don't even she didn't even say any new lines. They just reused random buzzwords that she said throughout the show in previous seasons. So the conversation just makes no sense. It is like an actual Alzheimer's simulator.
Hey, Ma. Freak out every time I try to do something nice for you. Jesus.
It doesn't look too bad because it's like the quality of this video
Out of
sucks.
sight, out of mind.
Butch some
from long time ago. My idea.
Yeah, the lighting is so off.
Oh, yeah, I remember these. Carmela gave you one of these for each of the kids when they were born. What the fuck? Look at this. Supposed to fill these out. 20 years. Fat fucking nothing.
Now look here. I don't like that kind of talk. Now, just stop it. It upsets me.
Carmela's might return these books to the...
She already said that in like a previous season, by the way. Oh, where's the bit where she goes...
Funny thing if there's not something in it for her. Now wave your hanky at me. What are you gonna say from now on? I never stated those tickets were stolen. Capiche? Now, Barb will testify I didn't say it, but you gotta back her up.
I suppose I should have just kept my mouth shut, like a mute.
In the future.
Okay, mute. They actually had nothing to work with here, man. It's just her doing a bunch of like meme gestures.
Fuck it.
I wish the Lord would take me now. I don't even know why they included that. They could have literally just said she passed away. Because they only have her for that one scene. And then immediately after, she dies. Like, that scene just was not needed.
Besides Janice Soprano, but we'll get into her later. Olivia Soprano is one of the most hated characters in the show, and I can see why.
Go into the ham and take the carving knife and stab me. Here, now, please. It would hurt me less than what you just said.
She tried to get Tony whacked over something petty.
Look, that's the exact scene I just shown. Oh, it was so pointless.
I literally can't tell you why she wanted him whacked. From what I remember, she provoked Uncle Junior, who is my favorite character, by the way, and I'll talk about him later. But nonetheless, Livia had no justified reason to whack Tony Soprano, her own flesh and blood. The show taught me one thing, is that betrayal never comes from enemies, but from your loved ones. I never would have thought in the show that Livia would whack her.
It's kind of funny, though. Livia and Tony are kind of similar because they're both just very depressed and try to drag people into their kind of world. But Tony doesn't do it anywhere near as much as Livia did.
Own son. Over what?
Thank you, General, for the 5. Weird flex, but I got the Sopranos DVD collection.
Say what? Psychiatry?
Oh, I've seen that before, yeah.
Livia Soprano was one of the main reasons why Tony kept having panic attacks.
He had like 30,000 panic attacks in the first season and basically never again.
Oh my God!
Majority of his stress came from Livia Soprano, and when Dr. Murphy pointed that out, Tony got really defensive.
They're circled.
Twisted fucking bitch. That's my mother we're talking about, not some fuck up in Attica stabbed you in the shower. See, we're through, you and I.
The Uncle Ben's rice moment. That is like the most... That is the worst scene in the entire show. Okay. Sopranos, Uncle Ben, Rice. I think I've shown this before. The context here is, I think Meadow, her name is, Tony's daughter, is dating a black guy. And Tony has, like, repressed racism. So he doesn't actually acknowledge it. But then he sees Uncle Ben's rice, and the logo back then was a picture of a black guy. He doesn't know what to do. He has a panic attack, and then he passes out. Like the close-up, man. The close-up. It's like it's actually parody. But then you just look up Uncle Ben's Rice Sopranos, and it's just like, what are you talking about?
We're finished. And you're lucky if I don't break your fucking face in 50,000 pieces.
And oh my god, Dr. Melfi, she is so fucking... Okay, I have to relax before I say something crazy. She is a really good character. I always saw her as Tony's intrusive thoughts, or Tony's real thoughts that just say the harsh reality. Dr. Melfi isn't saying anything new that Tony has no idea of. She says things that Tony already knows deep down inside.
So you do feel something.
You need to watch the show. The show is very good.
Don't split hairs with me. Because I've had it with you.
I hate Livia, and it's not because she's a bad character. Trust me, she's really, really well written. But I just fucking hate her. She's annoying. Like, bro, come on. How are you gonna say that you want...
You know what's gonna happen with this show when, like, more people watch it? They're gonna make that cope argument that, like, Livia was actually misunderstood, like Skylar was. Because remember when Skylar got so much hate in Breaking Bad and people, like, flipped the script? But that was actually valid. Like, she was in the right. You know, she was just in kind of too deep and stuff and enabled Walter's, like... manic behavior. But Livia is literally just like,
I'm sad. You've taken a knife and stabbing me. And then I'll come back in season 3 and I'll just say a bunch of buzzwords and point and wave my hand.
I want to die as soon as Tony, like, says anything.
Stab
Livia,
me right
in my
here.
opinion, is like an OG rage baiter. And bro, the fact that she snitched on Tony...
Livia tried killing her kid? That's right.
And she told Uncle Junie that he's in a psychiatrist and the word got out.
I'm sure he's telling the psychiatrist it's all his mother's fault.
What are you talking about, a psychiatrist?
Yeah.
That's right. She tried to get him whacked, and then she tried to play the victim afterwards.
A psychiatrist. He's been seeing one for a while now.
Oh my god, this bitch. Livia knows about the mafia, and she knows that if the word got out that Tony is seeing a psychiatrist, the risk of him dying literally rises, and Livia didn't give a shit. One thing I realized is that Tony has this devotion to her mother and this mindset that whatever the parents do is like sacred and holy.
But she's my mother. You're supposed to take care of your mother. Hey, she's a good woman. She put food on that table every night. I'm the ungrateful fuck.
One of my editors took a screenshot of my stream and said, first woman to watch Sopranos.
Because I come here and I complain about her and I let my wife exclude her from my home.
So Tony tries to basically turn a blind eye to Livia's massive red flags, but it just doesn't...
I thought you were playing the harmonica. No, that was in the video.
Work at the end of the day, he tries to choke her. And oh my god, the hospital scene, it was so good. When Tony found out that Livia wanted Tony to get whacked, oh my god, the FBI scene, wow, peak cinema, bro, peak cinema.
I do like in that show, every new season just had like a different rat, like a snitch.
It was so good. Tony was screaming and shouting, she's smiling, look at the look on her face.
That was like the best way to force conflict in that show. Like, just have some character that's like a snitch now.
Oh my goodness, bro. I literally can't stop glazing the show. Tony was...
Female Chuck? Nah, I think Chuck had good intentions, but then he got like blinded a bit. And also Jimmy was not a good character. I don't think I'd compare the same dynamic to like Jimmy and Chuck in Better Call Saul.
Angry, broke.
Like, Tony is angry. He's depressed. He can also be manipulative as well. But nowhere near as much as his mom. But that's where he got those traits from.
And sad at the same time, and the acting was so good. And the fact that Livia was smiling, bro, that smile was so evil. Oh my god. The show did such a great job at making me hate the mother. I genuinely prayed on the mother's downfall, bro.
I want you to kill...
I want you to kill Livia Soprano.
And she was...
I mean, she died. That's kind of fucked up.
So rude to everyone.
Rest in peace.
Everyone, bro. She was rude to Carmela. She was rude to AJ. She told AJ that AJ's life doesn't matter.
It's all a big nothing. What makes you think you're so special?
What kind of a person says that? And then she kept trying to be the victim here, saying, I'm never gonna come to this house ever again. Shut up.
Notice how she's always eating someone else's food when she's complaining about being depressed, by the way.
Mate, she kept saying she's never gonna come in, and she somehow developed Alzheimer's, and then she ended up in the Sopranos house for some fucking reason.
Why were you walking on Mountain Avenue at this hour?
She was a fucking lost old lady, bro. And low-key, I felt bad, but yeah, I did at the same time. Fuck that bitch.
Run to me.
It's kind of funny because, like, the reason why she became so depressed is because she felt like she got left behind, which is what Tony's entire cope was in the show, thinking that he got in on the ground floor and the best was already over. And then he became very depressed and he got, like, therapy over it and stuff. But Livia never had that kind of that introspection. So she just started to catastrophize more and more and more and try to bring everyone down with her because she was so like depressed.
Jew with the black clothes and the curls and everything.
So, anyways, Silvio. He's the right-hand man of Tony Soprano, and he's the
YouTube Shorts official soundtrack. Okay, true.
one that represents
I've seen so many clips of like Hornet from Silk Song just running around with that music.
Tony when it comes to business meetings or just whatever. And he's so fucking cool. I remember anytime I saw him on the screen, I just knew that things were going to be smooth and structured. Anytime there's a need for a plan or structure, either Tony or Silvio come up with it and put things in order. And to me, that's so cool because I'm just tired of shows having...
Silvio was like the one character in that show that had no actual flaws, which is crazy. I even remember at one point there's like a conversation where like everyone's like questioning Tony if Tony can be like a leader and stuff. And then Silvio was just like, what are you gonna do, eh? Like he did not care about climbing the ladder to get more power or anything like that.
This like group or a crew, and then there's one OP leader that does most of the work. The whole point of a crew is that it's a crew. It's supposed to work together, and they have their own unique roles and their own unique like uses. And Silvio is loyal to my boy Tony Soprano compared to that prick Paulie. And I mean, sure, Silvio did kind of disobey Tony and did kind of like make Christopher get angry at that, and he did kind of lie saying it was a miscommunication. But come on, bro. But again, he's the most loyal man Tony has.
I wouldn't say Paulie was a backstabber. I think Paulie just got... Paulie Walnuts, he just got kind of scared of Tony at one point, really.
But one thing I do admire about Silvio is that he's fine with whatever role he's given, and he doesn't want to take the throne that Tony sits on, because he's very glad with what he has, and he's very glad with being the right-hand man of the boss. He has money, he has gumas, he has good authority. What more can you ask for? Why would he want to risk it and take the throne that could literally cost...
I only ever watched reviews of the show or scenes between Tony and his therapist. I can't tell you what happens in the show. Loads of fat jokes.
Him everything. I don't think Silvio ever tried to backstab Tony and rarely pulled some petty things on him. I really love how Tony and Silvio have this like mentor and friend dynamic where Tony can literally open up to Silvio, and Silvio can somewhat guide Tony and give him some good advice. And I also love how Silvio understands what's the most beneficial outcome or what is a good asset to the crew, and he lets Tony know about it. For example, when Silvio says that it's not good to give...
They wanted Silvio to be the protagonist at first, but then James, who played Tony, shown up for the audition, and the rest is history. I can believe that. I mean, that's why they gave him his own spin-off show, right? That was like one of the first Netflix shows ever made, by the way. I think this was back when like you would get Netflix through like a DVD rental and then you'd have to send the disc back. God, do you remember that? That was like before streaming. Yeah, that was 2012. Yeah, they gave him his own show, which is basically just Sopranos, but he's the main character, and it's in, I think, Norway or something as well. I didn't watch too much of it. It's very like tonally different to the Sopranos, but they make loads of references to it. They couldn't officially say it was a spin-off, but they do loads of references to it.
Keep him around and he should whack somebody.
I genuinely don't think there's anything to gain by keeping him around.
Get it done.
Why is chat so dead? Yeah, we should get some W speeds in chat.
Fucking quit!
My love for Paulie.
There's actually so many buzzwords in that show. That show was the original brain rot.
He is a love and hate relationship, and it's weird because the show lets me through season 1 to 3 kind of like the guy. I really liked his character and loyalty to Tony and his hilarious jokes in the show.
The Jew with the black clothes and the curls and everything.
They're called Hasidim. Hasidim, but I don't believe them.
Bro, I'm not even joking. Whenever I saw Paulie or Uncle Junior on the screen, I knew good jokes were gonna come up.
What did the blind man say when he passed the fish market?
Okay.
I don't know. Good morning, ladies.
Paulie and Uncle Junior carried the comedic aspect of the show on their backs. Their comedic timing and insults they use on others is so good.
Please tell me he shows the bit with the chair. He has to show the bit with the chair. He has to show the bit with the chair. That was such a weird scene. He goes to a bunch of psychics, and I think he says that they can see his mom or something, who passed away. And this is like the only one of the few times in the show where there's like a supernatural element, and it's just never brought up again. It is such a weird scene.
I see.
Like they're just filming nothing, like just pretending that his mom's there.
The spirit put him on hold.
What's the bit?
Do you take the name?
What's the bit with the chair throw?
Charles Pagano.
How the fuck do you know that?
He says he was your first. But I feel many more.
Hey!
That one's laughing. Poison Ivy?
See, he's saying names that he shouldn't know, and you never see this guy again, by the way. So they were definitely going with like a supernatural aspect here.
He wants to know if it still itches.
Don't fuck with me. Who you been talking to?
I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
Why? What the fuck are they saying?
You really want me to say it?
Fuck you and this bullshit. That's what this is, you know. Satanic black magic. Sick shit.
This is like every Phasmophobia public lobby.
Asking you to leave, sir.
Yeah? Fucking quiz!
If only you could throw a chair at the ghost in Phasmophobia. Yeah, that was such a whiplash scene.
Oh, look at that. It's like an ad for a fucking weight loss center.
Before and way before.
This guy ever stop breaking balls?
But that's where the glazing ends. I always thought that Paulie was this loyal soldier that Tony had until he went to prison. And then he snitched on Ralphie for making fun of Johnny Sack's wife.
Listen, John, I just want to say, I hope your feelings weren't hurt too bad.
Have you ever watched Psych? Thank you, General, for the 5. No, I haven't.
And that it never got back to the missus.
Fuck you talking about?
You didn't hear the joke?
Okay, you know how I was talking about all the fat jokes in the show? I'm not joking. One of them actually becomes a pivotal plot point. There's this guy called Johnny Sack. He's the one on the phone. He's a base character as well. One guy makes a joke calling his wife fat, and he wants to get the guy whacked because he called his wife fat. Like, it actually becomes a plot point for one season.
About Jenny?
Now, to be fair, I think it's kind of justified. Ralphie, one of Tony's top earners, made a joke about Johnny Sack's wife, and Johnny Sack is a really powerful man in New York. So when Paulie went to prison and he basically got petty, he told Johnny Sack and kind of sabotaged or did like an espionage. And I kind of think it's justified. Now, relax.
I mean, Ralphie was a complete scumbag character in that show, though. I can't think of any time he was, like, redeeming.
Put down your gabagool and pitchforks, okay? Let me explain. The Sopranos tries to show you that mobsters have a care for the family and they have a massive respect and this like massive loyal devotion to their...
Vito being gay almost started a war. Oh, I remember that. Yeah, there's this one character and they catch him at a gay club dressed in like leather as a biker. And they're like, what the fuck are you doing here? And he's like, it's a joke. It's like, what? You're in a gay bar, like, dressed up in, like, fetish latex, and you're like, it's a joke.
Friends family. Now, remember...
It's a prank. I was fooling you.
Remember that, okay? The crew always emphasizes on respect and devotion to the elders and their friends' elders. Now, whenever Christopher, Silvio, or any of the crew visits Tony's family, they always bring gifts, they always hug Carmela, give AJ and Meadow a hello. But when it came to Paulie, and Paulie went in the can, no one really checked up on his mother. Not even Christopher, not even Tony. And Paulie was a...
Ralphie's based. Name one good thing that he did that helped the group.
Loyal man to Tony. There's a hint of respect when they see each other's families, and if you disagree with me, then go watch the show. Bitch. Anyways, when Paulie went to prison and no one went to check up on his mother, which was a punch in the gut for him, Paulie snitched because he felt that he was disrespected. He felt that he was tossed aside as nothing, to be fair. And I kind of understand why he was petty about this, because again, if he has to pay for the consequences of working with the Soprano crew, and no one in...
That's the best episode, by the way, Pine Barrens, holy. What's the rating for that? It's gotta be like a fucking 9.5 or something, right? What's it on? 9.7. Jesus. I mean, it's only 20k reviews, but kind of valid, actually. Kind of valid.
And the Soprano crew just checks up on his mother. It's like, oh, what the hell? Like, you got...
That Pine Barrens episode is so weird because it's like, it was nothing to do with the main plot. Because Sopranos would do this thing where like they advance the plot slowly, but they'd also have these random offshoot episodes that were like self-contained, so you could almost just watch it and, you know, you didn't really need to follow the main narrative. And Pine Barrens was like one of those episodes.
You guys just toss me around like I'm nothing. Like, I've spent years with you guys. Hence why he felt this urge to basically like get his get back and tell Johnny about the joke that Ralphie made. And boy oh boy, do I want to talk about Ralphie. Paulie and Ralphie always had this heated relationship where Ralphie just didn't take Paulie's demand seriously. For example, giving him what he owes and selling on his territory. I remember the scene when Paulie, Silvio, and Tony were waiting for Ralphie to come and discuss on the table about the money that Ralphie owes to Paulie. But when Ralphie showed up, he said this.
You're late. Well, tomorrow I can be on time. But you'll be stupid forever. Hey, sit down.
This may seem like a little minor outburst, but it's so much deeper than that. Tony doesn't even punish Ralphie over the comment because Tony knows that Ralphie is a top earner, unlike Paulie.
I can't believe this. Why not? Last year you believed that flying saucer was over East Rutherford.
Paulie is a good earner, but he's nowhere near Ralphie. The thing is, Paulie is more loyal than Ralphie. Ralphie hasn't been around the crew that long, but Paulie has. And that kind of shows you that Tony doesn't care if you're a day one, he just cares if you're a good earner. And that made Tony Soprano not take Paulie's side of the argument seriously on why he deserves the money.
I'm not gonna tell you again.
T, I'm asking you to reconsider this.
Paulie, you requested a sit down. He heard you out.
Paulie then questions himself, why should I devote myself to these guys that don't even take my side, or at least hear my side out? Paulie is such a hypocrite as well, because whenever someone complains about Tony, he says, you do what you're told, when you're told. For example, when Christopher was ambushed about his meth problem, he kept saying, oh, you do what you're told when you're told, implying that he should have this blind devotion.
What do you think of The Wire? It's the thinking man's Sopranos.
Thank you, Rabu, for the 10. I watched a little bit of The Wire. I couldn't really get into it, but I think I tried to start it soon after watching The Sopranos, and it's like, I think I binged too many shows, so I kind of gave up a bit.
To the boss, when he clearly doesn't. Paulie's all about this like tough guy respect personality, but then when he has to respect Tony when it doesn't suit him, it's just a no-brainer for some reason, I guess.
He looks like James Sunderland.
A, she was a hooer.
She was a hooer.
B, she hit me.
Ralphie. The kinky ass man who was Tony's best earner. The man who loves Gladiator and the man who disrespected the Bing. When he was first introduced, I never really liked him. I always thought he was this like annoying character that won't have an impact on the story overall. And
yeah, Ralphie was very slimy.
Would just be the next Richie April, just die in the season. Yeah, I didn't forget about this guy, don't worry. But anyways, Ralphie had this I'm gonna disrespect the boss and get whacked in the next episode kind of vibe. And
the actor was in The Matrix, yeah, he was Cypher.
I remember that.
And then he was in The Last of Us Season 2 as well for a little bit.
Episode when he was in the Bing waving the chain around, smacking the fat guy when everyone kept telling him to stop over and over again. But he just didn't listen. And after that, this woman who was pregnant with his kid told him that she wants to keep the baby, and he trolls her by saying that he's gonna name the boy after his name, and if it's a girl...
It's a girl, we'll name it Tracy after you. This way she can grow up to be a cocksucking slob, just like her mother. Are you out of your fucking mind?
That's the craziest 180. And if you think that that's bad, he literally took her home, and then when Silvio came to collect her, he watched Silvio beat the living shit out of her and was laughing at the window, like he saw the most funniest thing in the world. Oh, and I forgot to mention that Ralphie literally justifies killing the girl.
A, she was a hooer. B, she hit me.
A hooer?
What? Bro, this man's...
Oh, that's right. He was having an argument with his girlfriend or something. And then, yeah, she slapped him in the face, so he kills her.
A menace. But he was, again, one of the top earners that Tony had. But when he beat the girl to death, Tony always thought that the girl looked like Meadow, his daughter. And Tony didn't take that death lightly. So he beat up Ralph, and Ralph, after that, wanted to whack Tony because he's a made guy and he can't take disrespect like that. And it's kind of true. Ralph is a made guy and he's proven himself to be very useful, but at the same time, he's very destructive. He made enemies with Johnny Sack, a very powerful man in the show, which made Tony consider turning a blind eye and allowing Johnny Sack to basically whack Ralph.
Oh yeah, Ralphie wearing a wig. Yeah, I remember that as well.
After Tony fell to...
I mean, dude, look at his fucking hair, man. Come on.
Basically reason with him and not whack Ralphie, but, you know, it is what it is. And Paulie told Johnny about the fat joke, which is like, damn, you absolute rat. How could you? I mean, again, I don't blame him, but... Pyro was a great episode, and I loved it because how hypocritical Tony Soprano was. Tony kept preaching about this tough guy, silent type A personality, but here he is, crying over a horse.
And there she is. With her head held high and her ears perked up.
I don't understand the significance of this horse, and maybe it represents freedom, which Tony Soprano lacks, or I don't know, I'm just not trying to get deep into it. But I do think the show did an excellent job at making me look like this when Tony started crying about Pyro. And the reason is because Tony downplays the pain and struggle
it's like tears running down his face. They killed my horse.
Others are going through. For example, Pyro, my sexy goat.
Give me $1,000.
I seriously love this guy. When Furio was sad about his father, Tony just said,
Alright, but you gotta get over it.
I'm thinking, okay, Tony wants Furio to be consistent with the strong silent type
Yeah, that was like one of the 3 skinny people in the show, and he was like a really base character as well.
personality. I get that.
Just super loyal. Thank you, Nick Saw, for the $20. Ever seen the TF2 SFM of The Sopranos? It's the scene with Johnny Sack and Tony running from the FBI.
But how are you going to downplay?
There's been so many meme edits of that though as well. Like they did a New Vegas one as well.
His struggle is when you cry over a horse. And Ralphie even points this out as well.
Johnny Sack and Tony running from the... I'll see if I can find it. Hang on. I can't find it. That's the intro to the show. That's not the right one. There's the I compromised bit. I compromised. 20 years. 20 years in the can. I compromised. I ate grilled cheese off the radiator. I compromised.
I don't hear you complaining when I bring you a nice fat envelope. You don't give a shit where that comes
That 20 years in the can speech became so many memes. I just remember seeing a gay one. It was like 20 years in a man. I compromised.
from. What are you, a vegetarian? You eat beef and sausage by the fucking carload.
Well said, my god, Ralphie. Well said. Overall, I do think that Ralphie did contribute in the series, and the thing I love about The Sopranos is that nothing goes unnoticed. Every little detail, every little thing that seems insignificant actually has a significant role later into the series. The little insults don't get forgotten, and they generally cause an uproar.
Do you want ads in your video?
Back in game.
You're just playing copyrighted music now?
Bruh. In Italy, I saw him as this elite, high-level, advanced-level soldier that served whoever he was loyal to without having any sympathy. Bro, he slapped the shit out of a kid that, tried to pull a stunt. And then Furio also punched a woman in the Asian massage parlor shop just because the owner didn't pay Tony enough money. I love this brutal and emotional
around 2020 or 2021. I was curious if you would like to collab in one of our videos. I tried asking one of your editors if he could ask you, but he never got back to me. Thank you and keep up the good content, man.
Thank you for the 10 Gazda Juice. What's your channel?
This part of Furio because it showed a true strong silent type character that Tony wished he could be, but he never was. Furio was everything that
Who's Gazda Juice?
Tony dreamed of, and sometimes, in my opinion, Tony Soprano envied that.
Fuck's sake, man. Really? How did that one get through? How did that one get through? You do the Nick one? God damn. Dude, how did that get me? How did that actually get me? GG. GG, it's over. GG. It's over.
But there's also a soft side to Furio that made me think, oh man, I guess the strong silent types do actually have human empathy, which adds a bit of complexity into the show. Furio loved Carmela, Tony's wife.
You sneaky prick. You sneaky prick.
And this was a great relationship. I was rooting for them in the show, and I really wanted Furio to get...
His name is spelled Gasta, G-A-S-D-A. I thought it was like Gasta from like Undertale or something. And then Juice.
Together with Carmela.
God damn it, man.
Because Carmela and Furio, in my opinion, they generally do deserve each other. Furio saw Carmela as a woman and not just a wife who bore children, unlike Tony. Furio and Carmela saw each other as the perfect yin and yang. Carmela was a perfect woman that Furio wanted.
No, it's not an incident. It's not an incident. That was just pure bait and I fell for it.
And Furio...
That was an honest mistake. He spelt that in such a dirty way that it was so, it went completely over my head.
Was a perfect man.
He did that in such an insidious way.
And that Carmela wanted. The way Furio also had to distance himself with Carmela just broke my heart because the show makes you remember.
And that Dono saying he spoke to one of my edit. God damn it, man.
Tony is the
he made lore for that bait. He actually crafted lore.
Boss. And any moves on Carmela would result in Furio getting whacked.
I know whoever that is like sharing it to his little Discord group, just giggling right now.
Which I think ultimately Furio did get whacked. I mean, when Carmela told Tony about how she felt about Furio, Tony later then made phone calls.
10-25 incident.
And put a hit on Furio, basically.
Yet you are modern enough to use a cell phone to call Italy and every other fucking place to threaten the guy's life.
Well, that's right. Certain people see him. He's a dead man.
I genuinely don't think he's bluffing, by the way. Like, this is Tony we're talking about. The guy that almost whacked a person for, like, looking at him funny. He's very aggressive over the little things. So imagine what he would do.
Oh yeah, Tony started on this guy because he was, like, in very good shape. And Tony felt intimidated. That was literally the only reason why he did it.
If someone tried to sleep with his wife. And I remember when Furio almost ended the entire series by almost pushing Tony into the helicopter blades. The reason why Furio did that is because he truly cared for Carmela, and when Tony called her a bitch, that struck a nerve, and it's such a cool thing I want to point out. If you insult Carmela, Tony would kill you because of a respect aspect. Because you insult his wife, you ultimately insult him. In other words, Tony doesn't really care about Carmela being insulted, he cares about his reputation being insulted. This is a respect thing for Tony, but for Furio, this is a love and care thing. Furio was going to kill Tony for insulting Carmela, not because of a respect thing, but a genuine care for Carmela, unlike Tony. This just shows the kind of man Tony wishes he could have been, but he's just nothing like Furio. In my opinion, if Furio even went to Dr. Melfi would have easily fallen in love with him. And I know I'm repeating myself, but I'm trying to emphasize how good of a character Furio is.
Good morning, ladies.
Is that a cap or is that his hair?
I want to fuck Angie Dickens.
Thank you, Aiden, for the 3. Thoughts on the GIMP scene? Yeah, he's playing copyrighted songs, which is surprising.
This guy is generally up there in my top 5 favorite characters of all time. He's well written because he has something the rest of the crew doesn't have, a redemption arc. Uncle Junior from the start was a strict but somewhat nice to his own people character.
You may run North Jersey, but you don't run your Uncle Junior. How many fucking hours did I spend playing catch with you?
He was always quick with his comebacks, and he always had a hard-on against Tony.
That guy is still alive, by the way. Uncle Junior. And he looks great for his age. He's like 95. I think his name is like Chinese or something. Like his name is actually Chinese. I'm doing a bit. Dominic Chinese. 94. That's crazy. And he still looks the same as when he played Uncle Junior.
And Tony's father for being the boss. Uncle Junior was so deprived of power, he craved it to the point of threatening his own flesh and blood.
Out. Next time you come in.
Are you critical mass, the 33 months?
You come heavy or not at all.
You don't mean that.
Yeah, he just looks the exact same now as when he did in The Sopranos. And this came out, what, like 20? I mean, this is season 1, I remember. So this is like 20. This is before 9/11. Because they showed the Twin Towers in the opening. Like 26 years ago or something.
Uncle Junior did what he wanted to do and taxed who he wanted to tax.
Sometimes I wish you'd just get to the fucking point. What'd he do?
He's taxing me, Tony.
His right-hand man, who I forgot his name, was also a good soldier for Uncle Junior. Uncle Junior in season 1 was the antagonist to Tony and was the enemy to a certain extent. I mean, he literally wanted Tony whacked for crying out loud.
Objection!
But in his defense, he did get manipulated and gaslit by Olivia, and he was also disrespected by Tony.
Whoa!
2016 Pyro cynical moment, LOL.
Thank you, Ron, for the 10. That genuinely wasn't even a clip farm. That's the worst thing as well. Like, I did not understand how the name was bad. And then I immediately saw everyone in chat saying it, and I just put 2 and 2 together.
Uncle June's in a muff.
What?
Oh, did I say muff? I meant rough. What's that smell? Did you guys go to a sushi bar?
The fuck's he talking about?
I thought you were a bacala man, Uncle June. What are you doing eating sushi?
But Uncle June...
Tony Soprano just rage baiting.
Junior wasn't a saint as well. He did also step on people's toes and expected them to be quiet about it. His relationship with Tony was so bad to the point where there was mutual hatred until
Richie Aprile is moving against you.
He doesn't have the balls. How do I know you're not playing me?
Believe what you want, my little nephew. But if I didn't come to you...
Is the video actually got copyrighted songs? The video's monetized? Is it? I thought your channel was so small you didn't even get ads. Or maybe it's 1,000 subscribers for ads.
Fucking wife would be a widow and your children...
Yeah, I'm enjoying the video so far though. Great job. I'm just kind of skipping over some of the copyrighted stuff because I thought it'd get sniped.
You have no father.
I'm grateful to you.
Whoa. That was a bit zesty. At that time you had Mike from Breaking Bad, pat down Walt. I think that's still my Twitter banner. It's my desktop background, but I lost the picture. If someone could recreate that picture and post it on the subreddit and make sure you have the divine border around it. I lost that file.
Uncle Junior redeemed himself and became a wise old figure to Tony. Uncle Junior slowly stops being in the mob and he rebuilds his relationship back with Tony. He hasn't whacked anybody and he just attends meetings to de-escalate situations. For example, the Johnny Sacks situation. And when Uncle Junior got Alzheimer's, I genuinely wanted him to be safe and not to die. The show made me see Uncle Junior as a villain who I wanted to be stopped in season 1, but now the show has changed my mind and views on him, making me feel bad for him.
Oh, that's right. He ended up... his mind just went in later seasons. And it's weird because with Livia Soprano, you didn't care. But with Uncle Junior forgetting everything, you just felt bad for him.
There's the coyote.
He never had the makings of a varsity athlete.
I mean, don't you love me?
The way the show makes you change your views on characters is...
Yeah, his mind going was like really bad. Because you saw him as like an antagonist in the first season. You were like, fuck this old fucking Stinky Pete looking from Toy Story. Then you actually just ended up feeling bad for him.
Perfectly done, since it's unexpected but amazing at the same time. Moral of the story is that Uncle Junior is great and he's one of my favorite characters. Jackie Jr. is a perfect example of a character that made me think small things won't contribute to the story and will be forgotten in the long term. It started off as dating Meadow and it's nothing too serious until the plot picked up on Jackie Jr. trying to get back with Meadow while trying to get in the life of his father, Jackie Aprile, which is basically being in the mob. I.e., he wanted to become a respected member, a made man, because he was failing all of his classes.
Just say the word, my fucking pleasure.
Why don't you go grab us some coffee?
Come on, are you kidding?
Now, Jackie Jr. is an interesting case because Tony Soprano has a lot of involvement into this. When Jackie Jr. was caught trying to sell some drugs in Adriana's new place, Tony Soprano was outraged by this.
He's the heir apparent. I don't want him mixed up in his shit. I promised his old man.
I like how they just always had someone wearing a wire. Every like 4 episodes, and it just went nowhere.
Look, he's not suited to it.
And he gave Jackie Jr. multiple warnings to stop.
They had this one guy who was like high up in the group, and he became like a rat for the FBI, because the way the show worked is like they'd get you for a separate charge. They'd use like a RICO or something as a cope to basically take you for like 40 years for like dealing heroin or something. They couldn't take down the whole mob, they'd just target you, and they'd be like, okay, if you want the charges reduced, or we put you into witness protection, you wear a wire, you become a rat, and then you snitch on everyone around you. And there was always a different rat. And there was this one season where like they had this old guy who was a rat. And it's almost like they didn't know how to write him out the show, so he just randomly has a heart attack in the car when he's snitching and dies.
What he's doing and never look positively on the mob life. He consistently told Jackie to go to college and be a good kid and be a good man to Meadow. Mind you, Tony genuinely tried to keep him off this gang life, but Jackie just didn't listen.
I was at a bachelor party. I got dragged here. I didn't even want to come.
That's exactly what the fuck we talked about the other day. Now get your money and get the fuck out of here.
Sorry, Tony.
Get the fuck out of here.
You won't.
Get the fuck out of here.
But did Tony warn him because he actually had care for Jackie Jr., or did he do it for the sake of his daughter? This, again, think is a respect aspect for Tony. I don't think he cares about Meadow, nor does he really care about Jackie Jr. I just think he's doing it to basically secure his reputation. Because again, this is a made man we're talking about. If you cheat on a made man's daughter, you're basically insulting the reputation. And when Tony was really angry that Jackie was cheating on Meadow,
I do like the hypocrisy where it's like, everyone in my family, I love and respect them so much. If you talk shit about them, you're dead. Meanwhile, I fucking hate my kids and I hate my wife.
this kind of made me realize that Tony kind of subconsciously
And I constantly cheat on my wife as well.
condemned himself. Okay, now wait, hear me out. Tony cheats on Carmela so many times, I lost count, okay? And it's fine because he's the boss, right? But when Jackie Jr.
I don't think Carmela cheated on Tony once. There was like a scene in season 1 where there was like a vicar and they both got drunk, but literally nothing happened.
does it, it's bad because that's his daughter being cheated
Like they both kind of realized it was bad. They stopped, I think, if I remember correctly.
on.
Meanwhile, like Tony, every 3 episodes, just like new woman.
Tony subconsciously sees the hypocrisy and he hates himself for it. And notice how
Have you seen Mad Men? I tried to watch it. I will be honest. It was a little bit A24. There was nothing happening. But I might give it a rewatch. I know everyone says it's really good, but the one thing I like about The Sopranos is the different sets and the different ideas. But like with Mad Men, it just seems to either be a bar or The Office. And it doesn't really change a lot. It probably gets better in future seasons. I just remember, like, I think I finished the first season and, like, you saw this flashback with, like, Don Draper or something in, like, Vietnam. And I was like, okay, wait, now it's getting interesting. But I'm not sitting through another 8 hours of, like, talking in an office.
every character's flaws always has a link back to Tony Soprano. And that's because he's the main issue. Now, I do want to talk about my boy, Christopher.
Talk to me. This ain't like your kid. What's going on, Chrissy?
You ever feel like nothing good was ever gonna happen to you?
Yeah.
And nothing did.
So what? I'm alive. I'm surviving.
That's it.
Yeah, I felt so bad for Chris. He was, like, the most unfairly treated character.
I don't want to just survive.
Christopher.
It says in these movie writing books that every character has an arc. You understand? Like everybody starts out so.
Well, yeah, Paulie was, like, Christopher's boss, and he treated him like shit. Because Tony treated Paulie like shit. So it was just like this downward like pyramid.
Somewheres, then they do something gets done to them.
House MD? I actually haven't watched it. I genuinely haven't watched it.
Changes their life. That's cool.
I can't really watch like kind of procedural shows like that. I need there to be like kind of a bigger... I mean, I don't even think it's that. I think it's like, you know, you see a show that you've never watched and then you see there's like 25 seasons and 30 episodes a season. I'm just there like, bruh.
Oh, there are.
The TF2 Sopranos bit is pushed by the crits be like by Anaberu.
My arc.
You nix off the 10.
Paulie.
Christopher.
The TF2 Sopranos bit is pushed by the crits be like by Anaberu.
Okay. Push by the crits. Oh. This the one?
It's good. Seeing you again.
Still look forward to working with you, John. I mean that.
Wow, having Tony Soprano as the heavy is actually so fitting.
You want a coffee? Well, I don't know. Fucking Christ!
Okay, that was actually good. I like that. I like that. That was good.
Is, oh my god, the best character I've ever witnessed in the show. And the reason is because he's a young fella who got groomed into the mafia business, as Tony confesses, by the way, to Dr. Melfi, and Christopher wants to become a made man. The episode where he tells the movie director some information about the mob life because his life was so authentic to the director was such a great way to show that Christopher wanted to keep telling stories and he wanted to become more than just a mob leader. He wanted to be more than just a soldier. He wanted to expand. He wanted to be...
Oh yeah, he wanted to become like a film director. That was like his like fixation. And then Tony was like, Gabagool over here.
Become a famous star. In episode 1, that was the whole point of Christopher's character. He wanted to become a man that could sell his story and make millions. Christopher's desire to act and produce movies was such a fun watch, and I hope to see more of it in maybe season 6. I see Christopher as this cage character wanting to expand.
Adriana is so fine. Oh, Christopher's girlfriend, right?
But Tony is trying to bring
sucks what happened to her.
him down, and he's going to keep him down. But the show
Twin Peaks is goated. I watched season 1. It was a little bit Reddit-y. I didn't like it too much. Season 2 I skipped entirely because apparently they did the Walking Dead thing where they wanted double the episodes, and apparently the show kind of fell off until the finale. And then I watched all of Twin Peaks: The Return, which is like triple the length of both of the first and second season, and that was genuinely one of the best TV shows I've ever seen.
perfectly executes and shows you how Christopher is such a talented young man, but his talents are being wasted. Now, I'm not saying Christopher doesn't want to be in the crew himself. He literally admitted that that was the dream.
There was a time in my life when being with the Tony Soprano crew was all I ever dreamed of.
Sounding like a woman that isn't my wife. Time to gabagoon. Gabagoon.
But Christopher wants it up. This scene was so well made because it shows you Christopher's view on being a soldier for Tony. Christopher believes that he should have been a made man many years ago, and it's evident that Tony just doesn't want to help him because, again, who's gonna be his little maid? Christopher wants to stick up for Tony and wants to be a good asset to Tony.
Have you watched Andor? I tried to watch a bit of it, but they put out so many different Soy Wars shows that it's hard to like keep up with all of them.
And the crew. But he doesn't want to just stay as the asset.
I am your soldier, Antonio. This is my duty, like we're always talking about.
The way this went down, this is my call. I gotta vouch for this myself.
Clipping a famous rat would put me a cunt hair away from being made.
He might have recognized me at the gas station. He could lamb anytime.
I love this authentic side of Christopher where he wants to get his hands dirty to prove to the world of mobsters that he has what it takes to become a captain, which later he replaces pussy. Right now, I'm on the part where Christopher thinks that Tony slept with Adriana and he tries to shoot up the Bing, but Tony's goons basically take him away to the field and Tony was literally going to kill him.
You draw down on the boss of a fucking family? Huh? You lied to me! You were scoring coke with her! She admitted it! So what?
Yeah, they had such an interesting dynamic because Christopher just always wanted to impress Tony, and he was a complete, like, crash out. I think, like, alcoholic, and then he got into heroin afterwards. And then Tony was just, like, always belittling him, so he just felt even more useless, so he tried to prove himself even more to Tony, so it was just this terrible, vicious cycle.
I can't relieve stress every once in a while. I don't got enough fucking problems.
Thank you, Frontline, for the 5. Have you seen the channel Undead Captures? I've been asked that so much. Hang on. What is it? I get asked this like multiple times a stream. Okay. Are these all connected? Is this fucking Roblox? What is this? No, don't think it is. Project Zomboid, Project Zomboid, Project Zomboid. The complete Project Zomboid lore story. Which ones am I watching? I'm not watching them now. I'm not watching them now. Do I watch just this one? Or do I watch like all of them?
For supporting this channel. We'll stop it.
I mean, stuff like that is pretty interesting, to be fair. AI. Oh, you could tell the burger was AI, but what are you gonna do, eh? Yeah, I'll keep it open, but I'm not gonna watch it this stream. That's a lot to get through. That'll be like a separate stream kind of meme.
You sent me to North Carolina so you can fuck my girlfriend. What kind of fucking animal you think I am? The thought never even entered my head. You're a man. You're alone in a car with her. You fucking pushed me to this. You pushed me to this.
Way I see it, Tony, he must have known the gun was empty. Look what he pumped into your car.
What are you trying to say, Paulie? The fuck are you trying to say, Paulie?
That was
like he's about to get whacked and they're just still making jokes at his expense.
Intense. It shows that family or not, one outrage at the boss.
How long are you streaming for? I've got to go. I've got training in like 40 minutes. But yeah, I'm not sure if I'll stream after that. Only takes me an hour.
Potentially cost you your entire life. Even Tony's cousin was threatened by Tony, and that's his actual blood-related cousin.
I gotta do slop as well for today.
Talking about all that Reggie Van Gleason. Boy, you fat. Things have changed around here. I'm the boss of this fucking family.
Yeah, they had Steve Buscemi in this
Pyro,
as
my
well.
beloved, I'm back. Oh, how I prayed every day your dirty taint bath water would cross the ocean and come out of my shower head and into my mouth.
Is that the Twink Cynical guy? You went MIA for like 8 months, by the way. Nah, you died. You died. That's someone LARPing as you, 100%. That's someone LARPing as you. Thank you, Duck, for the 5. Got a short suggestion. FTA Bear Week by Pars. Promise it's good.
And just to
Mods, can you check that out? After that guy that made the Jew dono, I don't trust shit like this stream now.
clarify, Christopher isn't a fallen angel being abused. He also abuses other people like Adriana. When the slightest inconvenience happens, Christopher always resorts to physical abuse or just cheating on her. Christopher also views Tony like a father figure, and that's the dynamic I love to see. One thing I love is when Christopher calls out Tony's hypocrisy and lack of leadership being shown. When Jackie robbed the crew when they were playing cards, Christopher also calls out Tony's inconsistency during the drug problem ambush.
Yeah, I think the worst dynamic Christopher and Tony had is they were both just massive hypocrites.
Hey, remember last winter in the woods with the Russian guy?
Christopher, I'm fucking warning you.
There he goes, Mr. Type A personality.
We are here to talk about you killing yourself with drugs, not my fucking personality.
That's right. I'm gonna kill myself? The way you fucking eat, you're gonna have a heart attack by the time you're 50.
And Tony gets upset at the fact that Christopher sees exactly what Tony is. A broken character that's deluding himself into changing. And now we're talking about the main
I do like that about the characters. Like, none of them could admit they had a problem. They just projected it onto someone else.
man himself. Tony.
I felt so bad for him. Oh, that was the worst kind of intervention as well. Because like with a normal intervention, you'd have like friends and family be like, okay, you have a substance problem. We're very concerned for you right now. We want to make sure you're okay. And they were just like, dude, it was like fucking SNL roast battle or something.
He is a hypocrite and a horrible individual, but somehow the show made me want to root for him and made me want to see more of his life. Bear in mind, this guy is not a good guy. He's genuinely evil. This isn't like a deep analysis video, by the way. I'm just ranting. So right now I'm freeballing, but Tony, from what I've seen in season 5, is a genuinely broken character that wants to change, but won't admit the issues and the problems. Well, sometimes he does, but that's not the point. The point is that when
You gotta search Fat Bear Week. What is that? I'm not looking that up. Okay, I'm gonna look it up. I'm not showing stream. Fat Bear Week.
That's why you built like a Fiat Multiplo. Mods, send a group of degenerate Marines to his house.
Thank you, Roadside, for the 10. Wait, let me see if I can find this video now. Do, 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 do. Do, do. I see more Pars. Is that who you're talking about? What, this guy? Or this guy? Oh, did he become a shorts merchant? Ah, yeah. Jesus Christ. That's insane views, though. Becoming a shorts merchant, man, is like just otherworldly.
There is a competition in America where they vote on the fattest bear.
Why are you talking like that, man? Shut up.
That's right, lads. Fuck the Super Bowl. I'm about to introduce you to the most important American sporting event of the year, Fat Bear Week.
When you mentioned Fat Bear Week, I genuinely thought you were baiting me into clicking on some like fat furry thing or something.
Hosted by the Katmai National Park and Preserve in Alaska every year from the 23rd to the 30th of September, the public watches as Winnie and Paddington fight it out to see who is the most absolute of units. And this year's highest calorie Kumamane has been crowned. But before that, how the f*** does Fat Bear Week work? Simple. See, the event is held in...
This is the longest short I've seen in my life. I hate that that's how YouTube works, because if he put this as an actual video, it probably wouldn't even break like 100K.
In the lead up to hibernation season, while all of these bears are at the peak of their bulk. Now, while it's running, the park allows the public to view...
Yeah, he sounds like the fucking VB at 20 to 8 in the fucking morning.
Live...
Get that up, yeah.
Stream footage from all of their trail cams. These cameras capture all the park's brown bears, allowing us to observe Freddy's fat-ass cousins like we just got a job at fucking Fazbear Entertainment. Each bear caught on camera is assigned a number and occasionally a name. We, the people, then vote on the contestants day by day, pitting them against one another in a fucking single elimination tournament bracket, determining with our votes which bear most closely resembles a Pyro commission.
That's why. That's why. That's why. Yep. That's why you paid $5 for me to watch the video. That's why. Okay.
Until one...
How does this guy even know who I am? Why is this meme like everywhere, dude?
Bear is crowned the victor. Now, you may think this is just some silly little event. But no, over the years, there has been fucking voter fraud, a manhunt for a missing hiker, and one
Voter fraud.
year,
For Fat Bear Week.
trail cams caught one contestant beating to death and eating another bear. But now, to answer the question you've all been waiting for, the winner of the 2025 Fat Bear Week is 32 Chunk.
32 Chunk. Just not even an actual name.
Winning with a broken jaw. They named that f***er after the render distance you need to load in his entire body at once. There is a competition...
Okay. That was kind of worth it. Fair enough. Where's the Sopranos video?
Whenever
It is me,
someone
Pookie
does...
Bear. I have your U2s in a jar to prove it. It's basically bleached at this point.
You definitely got put in a psych ward, by the way, and you just got out now.
Immoral act.
And the first thing you do is start donating to me again.
And Tony condemns it, it's always because it goes against his interest. For example, Tony is fine with mocking and insulting people, but whenever his guys insult people that goes against his business partners, that's evil, that's immoral, you shouldn't do that. But then he does the same thing. He's such a hypocrite, and then he starts pointing fingers to show right and wrong. This shows how selfish and greedy the man really is, and the guy's loyal friend Paulie, who was ignored and denied his money by the way, because Ralphie was a good earner, and Ralphie suited his interests more than Paulie did, so he takes money over just loyalty and friendship. Tony also talks down on his crew like they're nothing, but in reality, without the crew's help, Tony Soprano wouldn't have been a made man.
Oh. I just got a message from my PT.
She's a knockout. A 10. And look at you.
Good for 11, little bro. He said bro. Don't try and cap. Don't try and cap.
You're average.
You can literally go back in the stream and see what he said.
At best.
The Sopranos crew is famous because of a team effort. It's not just what Tony did. Tony's a great leader and no one's denying that, trust me. But when he talks down on Christopher and other people in the crew, it shows that he doesn't have any appreciation to his crew. But at the same time he does, which kind of makes him a complex character. He can't really make up his mind and he's battling his own hypocrisy. One thing I love about Tony and the show is that whenever anyone, including Tony, whenever he hugs someone, there's a sense of love and respect. But I was wrong to think this. Tony Soprano could hug
when he's hugging people, I feel like he's mostly checking for a wire.
Whenever he hugs someone, there's a sense of love and respect. But I was wrong to think this.
I mean, look what he's doing with Pussy. This is when they were suspicious that Pussy was wearing a wire.
Tony Soprano could hug
Yeah, let me just grab your ass real quick, dude. You might be hiding a microphone down there.
you 1 second, and then the
Might be hiding a lapel mic.
next second, he could literally threaten to pull your teeth out. It's like this whole respect and love and appreciation
PT dominating bro at 11.
this show is temporary.
Can you shut up? Because he might actually click on the stream.
But as soon as you do something that is not in their best interest, they're going to start threatening you and saying they're going to skin you alive. One of the things I realized is that Tony always claims that he does the things he does because of his family. But That's not always true. He cheats on Carmela for the family's sake? Like, huh? And then he tells Dr. Melfi that he has to do the things he does. Like, no, you don't have to cheat on Carmela. Tony could literally be a loyal man, just like Johnny Sack. He could be a loyal man like Bobby, but he just chooses not to. And one thing I realized is that justice is rarely delivered to the victims in the show. In season 1, an old man's grandson died because Tony's friends had an Anna that sold drugs to the kid.
Piece of shit. He gets to walk the streets and sell more of this stuff to young kids.
Oh, really? What's this motherless fuck's name?
And Uncle Junior, being the GOAT, the man he is, he got the Irish Erna to be killed, and Tony had a problem with it because that went against his friend's interest.
A friend of ours should have checked with me before he did a favor for the old man Capri.
You're losing me.
Irish was the one who sold Capri's grandson that shit.
I think you created a fucking Frankenstein in Junior.
But the thing is, if that was Meadow, then he would have had the Irish Erna whacked, and there would be no problem. But despite all the negative things I'm saying about Tony, I still want to see him move forward with his life, and I do want to basically root for him. Because again, he's the main character, and the show somehow made me want to see more of Tony Soprano, even though he's a horrible individual. Like I said,
just threw an olive at him.
I'm on season 5 and I will be on season 6 very soon. So
you haven't watched all of it, dude? Come on.
Who knows what will happen then? But maybe I'll love Paulie again. I don't know.
Okay, I'll give you some spoilers for season 6. He gets more fat. He slurs his words more. And that's it.
No. Honorable mentions: Richie Aprile, the freaky, deaky ass mobster who went back with Tony.
He was the worst villain I have ever seen in a TV series. He was wrote like a Disney villain. That guy had no redeeming qualities. The only scene where he's like nice is when he offers like Tony a jacket, a leather jacket, and he goes, "It's a jacket!" I'll see if I can find that actually. He just goes, "It's a jacket!" It's a jacket. Or, is that it?
I got something for you.
Wait. There, what about the thing in the back?
What's this?
What's this? It's the jacket.
It's the jacket.
I took off Rocco DeMeo.
Guys, it's not a jacket. It's the jacket.
His sister and got shot by her. The only man that died by Janice, by the way. Imagine being a made man and then you get killed by that. I hate Richie because he's so well written. I really like the way Tony showed Richie that this old school way of mobs running things is over, and the new generation that Tony resides in is more stronger now and doesn't take bullshit from the old school mobs.
You want to talk all this old school bullshit about the...
Oh, that's right. He was in jail for a while, I think, and then he got out? That's right. You had a lot of the old head mafia kind of get introduced later on in the show. And they're just there like, you know, they'll talk about a character that died that was like 58 and say, he was just a kid.
The rules? Well,
he was so young.
Here's a rule you might remember. I'm the motherfucking one who calls the shots.
Richie Aprile was an OG without the respect of being an OG. He paralyzed a man for simply telling Tony about Richie beating him up. Tony stands up to him and tells him to jog on. Richie ultimately is powerless and has no special authority he once had. Now he's just left behind, shot by Janice, no one to remember him. And one thing I hate is how Richie and Janice get together and they both become insufferable.
I am conquesting it. I am conquesting it. I am conquesting.
I really hate Tony's sister. She's so annoying, and
she was also terrible.
All she does is bring trouble to the show, and she only brings...
She wasn't as bad as Tony's mom, but she was up there.
Trouble to Tony's life. She stole the Russian girl's leg, and after the Russian men take it back, Tony has to now kill them. Not because he cares about Janice, but because of a respect thing, again.
What did I tell you? I told you not to mess with those people. This is all I fucking need. Thanks, Janice. What do you mean, what? They slapped my sister around. I'm gonna have to get payback. It's always something.
I didn't even know that, like, Tony has a second sister. But you literally see her for, like, 7 seconds in the show, and she's completely normal.
You, isn't it? Every time I hear your voice on that phone, I know it's gonna cost me. Time. Money.
Wait, let me see if I can find her, actually. Oh, Barbara, that's right. Like, actually just looks like normal functioning woman. Yeah, I think she appears in the show for like some funerals and stuff, but she's got like basically nothing to do with the story at all.
You never do anything to simplify my life.
And Janice is such a fucking hoe. Because, bro, she gets with everyone in every season. She got with Richie. She got with this random Christian guy that falls asleep. She got with this random college kid. She got with Bobby. She got with Ralphie. Have a fucking break. Relax. There's enough sausages in the world. And to make things worse, she tries to get into Bobby's pants after Bobby lost her wife in a car accident.
I swear that was like a week after his wife died as well. Like, she was going on the carousel.
Even the kids don't like her, and that says a lot. The actor is very talented, though, because she did what exactly the show wanted her to do.
Yeah, I mean, I think an actor's better if you hate them, because they have to do a pretty good job for you to hate them.
And it's to become
I'm not talking about villain characters. I'm talking about just... I mean, she's not a villain. She never becomes an antagonist in a season. She's just fucking annoying.
Annoying character.
Okay, Bobby is based. I will have no hatred on Bobby. It's actually head to head between who got more fucked over in the show, him or Christopher.
Nice guy, and he takes care of Junior.
Wait, what was your segment?
Bobby's a nice guy, and he takes care of Junior.
Are we dead ass? I'm 33 minutes into this video, and that's all you can say about Bobby. Are we for real? Are we for real right now? Bobby's special interest is miniature trains, while being the top enforcer of the mob. Hey man, autism goes a long way.
Big Pussy's alright. I mean, I don't remember much of him. In fact, I don't think he had a lot of screen time. I was heartbroken that he was a snitch, and I do think that we should have gotten a bit more of Pussy's character. And I do kind of feel bad at the boat scene where he got shot, but I have to give credit where credit is due. He did play a very satisfactory role in the series, and he did contribute to the plot, so yeah, that's really it.
Did you have the Rizzler as AJ? Actually, no, that's pretty valid. Like early seasons, he had a lot of baby fat. Yeah, that's actually kind of valid.
AJ is a character that makes my blood boil, not because he's a bad character.
There's this one scene where like AJ is
As of recently, are there any underrated shows or movies you've been enjoying that you recommend?
Any shows? I can't think of any. I tried to watch that Ed Gear thing on Netflix, the Monsters one, but yeah, it was just too Netflixy for me. I did try to watch this one show. What's it called again? It's got the woman from Hereditary in it. I forget. Someone knows the name of the show? The main actress from Hereditary, the mom, is in the show. And it came out on Netflix. Yeah, Toni Collette. Wayward, that's right. I watched that recently. I now don't want to watch any TV shows for the next 5 years. It was terrible. Terrible. The show got review bombed because one of the main characters is trans. And I was like, I don't give a shit. But the story was just terrible, man. Like, it's so disappointing. You know, like those thriller series where you can tell, like, 2 episodes in what the big reveal's going to be in the finale? It was just, yeah. I mean, I watched it for Hereditary Lady, but she couldn't save it. Yeah, there's this scene where his son's on the computer just laughing and Tony looks at him with like so much anger. Oh, there it is. They always edit this where he's on like 4chan or Reddit or something. And he just looks at him with absolute disgust. How dare my son have fun shitposting online. Oh yeah, this is one of you posting on R Paracynical, by the way. Yeah, your parent just walks in. I'm fucking done with this kid. I'm leaving. Okay.
character, but he's annoying and he's spoiled. He's the result of nepotism and always getting
He's watching your stream right now.
what he
Probably.
he wants, so he just never tries.
He's like, haha, make the fat joke again.
And the
Get him to say a slur. I'll try and disguise the name again as a TTS donor.
lying. Tony raised AJ in such an environment where his actions can be excused.
Yeah, for the guy that made the dono earlier about like what do you watch, I kind of just do this thing where I just watch old films and old shows that I've watched before. Like I watched Dunkirk last night again. And then I'm trying to rewatch Mr. Robot again. I can't rewatch Utopia though. I don't know why. I think I made such a big video breaking everything down that I just don't need to touch it anymore. It's not the same as Far Cry 3. Like, for me to play that game now would actually just be, like, so unfun.
Over and over again, because his dad's the boss. It can just make it go away. Carmela also complains about that, but Tony buys him anything and just keeps making the problems go away for AJ. AJ always wants something, and if he doesn't get it, he'll give you a toxic attitude. I remember watching The Sopranos and AJ ran upstairs, and Carmela was chasing him. And then when Carmela sprained her ankle, AJ didn't do anything. AJ thinks that ignoring the problem is just gonna magically fix itself, which just isn't the case. AJ failed school, and why should he care? The problem go away and Tony will buy him a car. I wonder what happens with AJ in season 6, and I really hope that nothing bad happens to him, because again, he's a nice character. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about AJ. Boy, where
I like how I started watching The Sopranos, but he's watched like 90% of it.
do I start? Carmela, in my opinion, is a victim. She's a good mother who genuinely wants the best for Tony and the kids, but she gets treated like garbage. And whenever she gets angry about it, she's now the bad guy. I remember the scene where Tony and Carmela went over to Meadows' place and they greet the other students, and then Carmela was crashing out, losing her mind.
AJ's a byproduct of his father. Yeah, I remember finishing the show and I was kind of like, his entire storyline was just nothing ever happens. But if you look into it kind of deeper, it's like he's not ever been a main focus, so who cares? But obviously seeing him kind of get sidelined, and he knows he's being sidelined. It's almost like he's aware of the story, like he's just trying to find himself.
And Tony for the first time.
Thank you, random, for the 5. If you liked Mr. Robot, watch Reacher. Dude, I watched the first season of Reacher. I couldn't get into it, man. I really couldn't. It just became, you know, it's just Jack Reacher going around, and he's like, I do trend, by the way, guys. I take HG1, human growth hormone.
Time was being normal. Tony, out of all the people, was trying to put her in check, giving her this judgmental look.
I think the problem I had with Reacher is like, he's such a perfect character. Like, he's well built, he's intelligent, he's smart. He just has absolutely no downsides whatsoever. So he just goes around like mugging everyone.
Carmela, in my opinion, has every right to get with another man and leave Tony Soprano
I don't ever remember a single confrontation in season 1 where he was actually in trouble.
behind, because Tony just treats her as a trophy, just a child bearer, just his wife, not Carmela herself. The scene where
the guy had God mode on. No, literally like SV_1 sheets. Just God mode, no clip, everything.
But she even asks herself, what am I missing that the Gumars had that I don't? Really broke my heart. And that's why I think Furio is a perfect man for Carmela. If Carmela and Furio were together, AJ wouldn't have been the way he is. But then again, I don't know, maybe he will. I just think that Carmela is living the worst life where her kids don't even respect her and her husband just cheats on you and can't stay loyal.
I mean, to be fair, the kids don't respect her just because they're going through puberty. And when you're going through puberty, you can be a bit of a dick.
Anyways, that's it. Maybe.
But yeah. Yeah, she never has that kind of Skylar White moment, I think. She's kind of just always on the sidelines.
Next month, I'll make a video talking about the entire series and how I finished it, because most likely this video will be out when I finish season 6 as well. So yeah. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please join the Discord. Please subscribe. Comment whatever you want to say.
All right, I'm not joining your Discord, but that was a really good video. Check this guy out, Lemon and Lime. He made a dono to me shilling his own account. Disgusting. What a creature. Finish Look Outside. I can't until he updates it. Isn't it like soon, that update? October? When is that update? Fingers in my ass. Fingers in my ass. Right, let's have a look. Any updates, any update? Update 1.7, a quick new patch. He's doing a 2.0. Yeah, I can't really touch this game until he does 2.0. Because apparently he told me so many things are going to be added that it's going to make everything redundant. So I'm going to wait for 2.0 and then I'm going to play the whole game again from scratch. But yeah, that was only a little patch, unfortunately. I was kind of thinking then for a second the whole thing came out, which would have been cool. All right, that's me done. I've got like 20 minutes before gym, and I quickly need to review some Fear and Hunger footage. So thank you all for joining. Appreciate it. I'll catch you guys later.
Bye-bye.